So, let's go through the spiel. Let's go through my little script, and then I will introduce all of our players. So, the game that we are playing is Cyberpunk Red, obviously, by Artelsorian Games. It is a system run primarily with D10s and D6s. So this game has been out. So Cyberpunk Red has been out since like late 2020, and I have been running games on and off since late 2020. You can get the core rulebook online. I have a physical copy. If you want to get your own physical copy, you can go to your... Oh, and so does Diana. So we're fancy. We have physical copies. So if you go to your friendly local game store, I'm sure you can get a copy as well. I remember when it first came out, it was hard to get, but now it's out in surplus, so you should be able to get your own Cyberpunk Red book. And so we are going to be running the game via Roll20, which is where I normally run all of my Cyberpunk Red games. And you can actually get the Cyberpunk Red compendium on Roll20 now. So that's also something that I didn't have when I originally was running this. There are actually official character sheets and everything out for Cyberpunk Red on Roll20. I did a whole video with Roll20 on this, so shameless plug there. You can check that on Roll20's YouTube. So Cyberpunk Red is a tabletop role-playing game that is set in the dark future. And if you're familiar with cyberpunk tabletop games, you may be familiar with it. The predecessor to Cyberpunk Red was Cyberpunk 2020, which came out like the early 90s and was very popular in the 90s around that time of the tabletop era. And of course, you may also be familiar with the video game Cyberpunk 2077, which does in fact take place in the same universe as Red and 2020. So it's the same Night City that you'd see in the game is the Night City that we're playing in tonight. It's all part of the same lore and universe and all that. Night City actually has an entire timeline, and like many cities, it has evolved and changed throughout the years. So Cyberpunk Red takes place in a very unique time, right smack in the middle of the old Cyberpunk 2020 and the 2077 game. So we're like right in the middle of that. And so with all of that said, with a little intro to what Cyberpunk is, for those who are not as familiar, I do love the lore and everything, but I am still not the best when it comes to the mechanics. And most of the folks here, I think Diana is the only one who has previously played Cyberpunk Red. So we're all... most of the players here are new to the system as well. So we may be learning things as we go. We may mess up some of the mechanics and the rules. Rule of cool is always a thing that we like to do. So just bear with us if you're like a veteran to Cyberpunk and there may be some things that we mess up. It's all good. We're just trying to tell a fun story and all of that stuff. So last thing is, or two more things. The story tonight that we're pulling, that we're going to be telling is pulled directly from a couple of sources. One is Artelsorian's data pack booklet, which is basically like a DLC add-on that you can buy for the game. And then also I'm getting some inspiration from an older book from Cyberpunk 2020, Tales from the Forlorn Hope. So just as an FYI, I like to usually like give credit to where I get some of my stories from and where I pull inspiration from. Also, I get a lot of great community assets, like this map that you see here. This map of Night City is actually from it's a fan-made map from a group called the Writers Cthulhu. And every time I use this map in a game, there's always somebody in the comments that asks, where'd you get that cool map? So it's the Writers Cthulhu. It will be in the links in the video. If you just Google Writers Cthulhu Cyberpunk map, it's a free resource. It's great, and I recommend you check it out. Whenever I show assets and stuff, I'll do my best to credit everybody, because that is really important to credit all of the sources for everything. So finally, I want to give a brief content warning. Cyberpunk Red does label itself as a role-playing game in the dark future. And while we do like to have lighthearted fun, there is violence, sometimes body horror, drug use. So just watch with discretion. We are allowed to say swear words on this channel, so that's part of Night City. Sometimes people drop the F-bomb when they're angry, so just, content warning for that. All right, now that I've gotten through all of that, let's do some introductions for our lovely players here. I like to do something a little unique for my Cyberpunk Red games, where we do kind of like a little icebreaker. It's become a little tradition. So players, tell me these 3 things. 1, introduce who you are, the person. Hi, I'm Miss Magitek. Then introduce your character, who you're playing tonight. I'm playing a media. And then finally, what is your favorite piece of cyberpunk media? Whether it be a book, movie, TV show, anime, video game. There's a lot of cool cyberpunk stuff out there. So just tell us what your favorite is, because that's always fun. So I'm going to just go down the line of the overlay here. So unfortunately, Jared, you get to go first.
Oh, thank God.
James
Oh, thank God. Yeah, oh my God.
I'm Jared, the real Gobshite here on Twitch. I am a variety streamer, as well as a TTRPG producer and performer. One half of the creative director team over at the DAT Network. Also, I run Bedlam and Discord over on my channel. You can Google me. Let's see. You want what else about?
Tell us your character, who you're playing.
Okay, I am playing Bernard Redthorn, also known as Basis, who is a medtech / Ripper Doc with ties to organized crime.
Okay.
And
then your favorite cyberpunk.
My favorite cyberpunk. It's hard to pick.
It is.
I'd probably go either. Everyone's gonna say Blade Runner, so I'll. It's up there, but I'm not gonna say Blade Runner. I'm gonna go with like Altered Carbon.
Ooh, yeah,
that's a good one. That's
yes.
good show.
Escape from New York, maybe. Akira.
Fifth Element.
Akira's
I didn't even think about.
Okay, you're going through all of them, and you're not going to give it.
Yeah, stop using ours.
Tell us what your one favorite is. That was the rule. No, I'm just kidding.
All of them. All of them.
Okay.
Whatever James is going to pick is what I would pick.
Well, good thing you didn't say that.
All right.
Dread.
Damn it.
Okay, next, let's introduce Lamar.
Top of the morning to you, lads, lassies, and lads. My name is Lamar, the cod guy. the cod guy. I am a jack of all trades when it comes to nerds. I'm in a band. I play TTRPGs. I do streaming. I'm a comedian. I go to too many conventions. Google me. I am playing a solo named Terry Mankey. He's a joyous man of no joy. And my favorite cyberpunk movie of all time is the 1994 classic Double Dragon.
What?
I've never heard of it.
Me neither.
Didn't just have one dragon.
It is.
Is that based on the popular Nintendo Entertainment System game Double Dragon, Lamar?
It's
Maybe.
kind of the same way that the great Super Mario movie with John Leguizamo and John Hopkins was based on.
So it's one of the.
Say what you will. Some of Bob Hoskins' best work.
Wow.
So,
I was gonna say that was my favorite futuristic cyberpunk world, but now that's taken.
I'm so sorry. But no, there's a live action Double Dragon movie which is like cyberpunky meets space ninjas.
Next, we will introduce. Next, I will introduce Diana.
Hi, friends. I'm Diana Restrepo. Oh my God, mind fart. You can. I'm an actor and sword fighter.
Google. All these people are Googleable in our group today.
Also, a tabletop RPG player of many things. I love all this, and being an actor, it's like another way of acting, so it's great. Today, I am playing Puma, the Fixer, also known as Chanel Versace, and she has all the connections for everyone, so she brought this group together today. My favorite media, I was going to say Blade Runner, the newest one, but I thought of another futuristic movie that I really love, which is Aeon Flux with Charlize Theron.
Oh, that's a good one.
Not so much cyberpunk,
yeah,
but it's in the futuristic world. So we're going to go with Aeon Flux.
Yep, I love that.
Me too.
And next, let's introduce James.
Hello, my name is James Chu. I am not Googleable, uh, but I am a stand-up comic. I am an actor. I am a TTRPG player. Um, my favorite movie. I was gonna say I was gonna say Dread, like the 2000s one. God, it's so good.
It is
Or
good.
Blade Runner 2049.
Mhm.
Those would probably be my top ones.
And who are you
then
playing?
yes, thank you. I am playing a media member named Kent Shadowfade. His contacts call him Mr. Fade. But yeah, that is who I am.
And
Go to
last
someone else,
but
Gracie.
not least, Nathan.
Thank you. I'm like the and at the end of a movie credits thing.
No,
And
you're good.
Nathan Andrusek. That's right.
You're
you
at
can
least
find
a
me all
width,
on
buddy.
Huh?
You're at least a
No
width.
way. I'm an and. I'm an and. I am Nathan Andrusek. You can find me all on the socials at Nandrusek. I am often streaming with the DAT Network and helping bring those shows to life. You can find me on their socials right now. I'm going from dad bod to D&D bod, gearing up for my kiddo, which has been quite the journey. You can also find me on Swagbucks Live, the mobile game show that gives you a chance to win money right from the comfort of your phone. So check that out. It's very fun, and I'm there every Friday. Let's see. My favorite... I'm a little surprised nobody said Looper. I think Looper's a little cyberpunk in terms of
yeah?
movie. So good. Just rewatched that recently. Book, though, I really loved Ready Player One. I enjoyed the movie separately. Like, I don't look at them as the same entity. They're two very different things. I thought the book was really good, and I thought Ready Player One was a great homage, not just to the book, but to like the 80s culture as a whole, which I thought was cool. Did I do it all? Oh, who am I? I am Mr. Silver. I'm pretty sure James just added the Mr. just now, just to take away from me being able to be the only Mr. And I have other names as well, but if I gave you those names, then, well, you'd know them, and it would kind of take away the whole thing of having just like a nomenclature. I think that's the word. Nailed it.
Now.
Oh, I'm a solo.
We're doing
That's
great.
right. That's what I do. I did the whole first part. Great. It was the other part. I think
We
I'm
all
done.
messed up. Tracy, we can't hear you at all. This
We
is what's
lost
happening.
Tracy for some
Oh,
reason.
just keep
my
talking
gosh!
about me.
I muted
Just
myself
keep
to
talking
cough.
about me.
Oh, it just kept going. Okay, well, good work, everybody, on your intros. Now that we know our players and a little bit about them, let's get into our game tonight.
Yay.
Cyberpunk Red in Night City, 2045. The time of the Red, as the history books like to call it. The city is different from what you once knew growing up. The bustling Night City, ruled by corporations, the big one, of course, being Arasaka, isn't quite the time of the Red, and things are different. So a little history lesson before we get into the game tonight, as this is something your characters would all know very well. 20 or so years ago, there was something called the Fourth Corporate War, and it went through and it really affected Night City quite a bit. But what really was the big turning point during that time was a renegade group, or so they say. It's still speculation, and honestly, your players may make your own conclusions on what happened, but nobody knows for sure. But the consensus is a renegade group attacked Arasaka Towers right in the heart of Night City. They attacked with a nuclear bomb, and the city burned that night. The radiation and the damage caused from the attack caused this blood red sky to just be all across the city. Kind of looks like this. And there's the center of the city where the Arasaka Tower was, the old Corp Center, as you see here. That is called the Hot Zone. It's a haunted landscape of wrecked twisted skyscrapers, burned out vehicles. It's not a great place. And although the radiation has subsided, it's still present, and most people have abandoned the area, and it's mostly gangs. You won't have to worry about that tonight, hopefully, unless you have a death wish. But it's good to know about that area in Night City, and that's really a big part of this world. But regardless of all of that, Night City is in a phase of rebirth and rebuilding and growth. You can still be anyone in Night City. You can do whatever you want, make yourself whatever you want. And corporations do still have power, but you aren't beholden to them. And you can make whatever name for yourself that you want in the city. And that is what brings us to our story tonight. A group of edge runners, the 5 of you. You're still new, still fresh, and still trying to make your own way and path in the city. It takes us to where our setting will be tonight, in a bar called the Forlorn Hope. The Forlorn Hope is a well-known bar within Night City. Among all of you, you would know it. It's a popular bar for solos. It's a 4-story former hotel now converted into a bar. The main portion of the bar is a grand lobby, and what you would see if you looked at it, the hotel used to be called Hotel Sierra. And, I'm going to change the map. And it's a really big map, so hopefully it doesn't crash anybody's Roll20. I realized when I uploaded the map, it's huge, so it might take a second to load. But will bring us to our map on the Forlorn Hope in Night City. So the main bar area was once like the lobby reception area. The reception desk is now the bar. And right in the middle, where there was once a grand staircase, now has a stage to accommodate bands. So this is one of those bars that doesn't have club music. There's usually always a band performing. So the Forlorn Hope has been in the news recently. And if you open up your agent and check out NCT, Night City News, you would probably notice this. And that is what brings us to our little scream sheet for tonight, another thing that I like to always have in my games. For anybody in chat, I'm going to quickly link to that so you can read it yourself in chat. The players have already received this. 1 second. I will paste it in chat so that you all can check it out for yourselves and read the news for tonight. There you go, chat. So, our story tonight at the Forlorn Hope begins with our fixer, Puma. You have been called from one of your contacts about a job at the Forlorn Hope. This agent, he goes by the name, his handle is Kronos. He is an agent for a band. He works for this group called Tyrell Records. Record label, they have a band. Kronos is the guy, and he has called you and said, we need some hired help for one of our biggest groups. They're performing tonight, and we also know that tonight is what a very notorious gang in Night City called the Bozos. Yes, they're called the Bozos. They are a group that likes to dress up like sadistic clowns. And they have an event tonight called Hilaria 2045. Basically, it's like a purge night, the purge fright night kind of thing, where they just go rampant through Night City, terrorizing people. They've targeted the Forlorn Hope in the past, and while there are a lot of people at Forlorn Hope, solos who can fend for themselves, we need to make sure, for insurance reasons, we have hired help to watch over the band. So that's your job tonight. You have a lot of contacts. You have various people that you have reached out to in the past through all of your networking. And you know that for this job, you'll probably need some guns for hire. You may need a medic in case it gets messy. So you reach out to various people. You reach out to... reach out to Bernard. Bernard, you are a medtech Ripper Doc, and you're also familiar with the Forlorn Hope. You know that there's actually a very well-known Ripper Doc who works out of the basement of the Forlorn Hope. His name is Andy Chen. The handle he goes by is Needles. You know that, like, there are some interesting things that you could get out of this job if maybe you do it right. There's a big, like, neural upgrade that boosts brain function that, you know, Needles has gotten his hands on. And maybe if you do well with this job, you might be able to get that for your own personal repertoire as a Ripper Doc medtech. You also know of 2 solos, Terry and Mr. Silver. They have been to the Forlorn Hope before. You may be able to find them there tonight. And of course, there is a media, Kent Shadowfade. Kent, you know about Forlorn Hope as well. You actually, back in 2020, there was a very prominent media by the name of C.J. O'Reilly, and he wrote this long, like, documentary piece about the Forlorn Hope, kind of the history. You're familiar with this band. The band is actually called the Slaughtered Lambs, or the Lambs for short. Oh, by the way, this is all part of the lore of Cyberpunk. So any of Cyberpunk fans, you may know it from the old Cyberpunk Red or Cyberpunk 2020. So the Lambs, you know about this group, you know about the bar. So you're here as well tonight. So all 5 of you are now at the Forlorn Hope. And I'm just curious to kind of set the scene. If you were about to enter this solo bar, what would each of your characters be doing at the bar if you were meeting here tonight? If anybody wants to go first.
Mr. Silver is in a corner booth. You see him just kind of sitting there, kind of keeping his eyes moving around the room. And then all of a sudden you're going to notice a small, what looks like a humanoid creature. Is it a child? It's wearing a bow tie and a little vest. It's carrying over a couple drinks to the table, and it kind of jumps up and hands it over. And Mr. Silver goes, "Thank you, butler." And then the little creature sits down next to him and clink the glasses and is just slowly sipping his drink as he continues to look around the room.
Who else would we see would doing something at the bar?
I feel like I would be, if him and I are the only ones in here so far, I would be next to him looking tentatively at the door, waiting for everyone else to come in here.
Who would walk in next? Terry?
Terry would probably walk in, wearing his, like, hoodie and beat up jacket and stuff, as well as the trench coat to make sure he stays as concealed as possible. And he would just walk straight up to the bar, ask for a bland beer like a Bud Light or something like that, and just take a seat there without a care in the world of what's going on.
Okay. And who walks in next?
Basis walks out of the bathroom, drying his hands. Heads over to the bar and looks at the bar back. It's like, which one of these people's Puma? And then I kind of glance around, just kind of lean back with my elbows up on the bar, taking in the room.
You're asking the bartender this, right?
Yeah.
You see a woman, and she looks like this. She's this art, by the way, is from the I always like to credit is from the Tales from the Red. So it's some art from Art Telsorian. She looks at you and she says, I think Puma is over there with that one. And she points over to a table with Puma and Mr. Silver sitting at it.
Well, thank you for that. Can I get you anything? Yeah, let me get and then whatever the house special drink is
Okay.
here. And then I'll just kind of watch. The little creepy butler thing is on the edge of terrifying.
So
me. But I think I want to ride it.
You look over, and Butler like locks eyes with you.
You know, Mr. Silver, your butler could have handed me a drink too. You do know that, right? I mean, you gotta
I'm
give a girl a
sorry,
drink
I didn't-
sometimes.
I didn't. He's only got 2 hands. All right, like we have a connection. He knows what I want. He just went up. I didn't even order. He just knew what I wanted, and the barkeep knows what I like. So he holds up a certain number of fingers for which drink we want for the evening. Like that's just it. We've worked out a system. You understand?
Yeah, I do, but you could have totally, like, given me a drink.
I'm sorry, Butler. All right, you're gonna get a whiskey sour and you're gonna like it.
Oh, thank you.
He runs over, jumps up right next to. What? Sorry, Lamar. You are Terry.
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 Jumps up right next to Terry, and then just holds up 2 fingers. Barkeep.
The barkeep, her name is Marianne. She actually smiles and thinks this is cute, and she will go ahead and fix the drinks. And if she wasn't married, she would put like her number on the chimp. She thinks this is very cute, and she hands the drinks to the small chimp.
Terry will look between the chimp and the Mary and goes, "Your rats are getting big."
Well, thankfully, this isn't my. This is a patron actually of the bar, so
You serve rats?
we welcome all kinds, including small chimps. This is actually very rare because we don't get a lot of animals in Night City. So the fact that I don't even know if this is a real animal or fake, but it's pretty impressive nonetheless. I haven't seen an actual like mammal in like 20 years. So I'm fascinated by this.
Right. Can you do me a solid favor?
Yes.
Can you make sure the mammal doesn't put its grimy paws where I'm drinking?
Yes, and she fixes you a separate drink. Well, you just have a beer, so she just kind of slides over a standard beer and hands the cocktails to the chimp and tries to shoo it away. Go ahead.
I was told I could only do this if I made all the noises.
Yes,
for the
I was
chimp.
like, Nathan's like, can I have a chimp? I was like, yes, only if you make chimp noises.
Yes.
We were
contract
only
I
informed
signed.
that there
Work
was
for
going
it.
to be a pet. We did not know it was going to be
Yes,
this.
and everybody
I
knew.
was not prepared.
Everybody knew Nathan was
Here's
gonna
a
have a
pet.
pet. Apparently, Jared
Yeah.
thought it was going to be a large enough pet that he could ride. But
Oh, that
no.
doesn't factor in. I'm going to ride it.
Oh my god.
Just crushes it.
Stasis or Basis looks over at Terry and is just, damn dirty apes.
Is this Planet of the Apes now?
I know.
You forget when I told you I built the character, his love is classic
Oh my
music
gosh.
and films,
Oh
which
no.
would be this era.
Oh gosh, Planet of the Apes.
But I'm picturing that you watched the Mark Wahlberg one first. Somehow.
Yeah. His favorite song is the classic Taylor Swift "Shake It Off."
Oh my god.
So-
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh, the oldies. Terry just nods over to the dock. Goes, don't have a lot of business with that thing around.
And last but not least, our media.
So if you guys look over to like the big bay windows, you'll see a gentleman like pacing back and forth on the phone, like just very, very upset. He has like crimson red hair that goes to about ear length, and he's talking, and circling around him is just this giant, like this little ball that looks like an eye, with just a blinking red light as he's like trying to talk. He gets off the phone, centers himself, gets to the door, and he slicks his hair back. And as his hands touch his hair, his hair starts to turn like a cobalt blue as
Ooh,
it
you got
fades
that.
as it fades
Hell yeah.
all the way down to the tips.
Yes.
Walks in, takes off his sunglasses, looks around, sees Puma, sees the people around her, goes the opposite direction.
What the fuck? I don't understand. The media is so fucking weird. I mean, what do you think, Mr. Silver? I don't understand why he just stares at me and then he just looks away.
What, is he with us tonight? We need one of
Yes, we need everyone we can get.
him. And he's really, I feel like we could have gone with Johnny Jangles or someone else. I don't know. You got
You know,
him?
Okay, well, he brings a special bit of something different that not everyone has, so I really need him because he's quite charming. Whatever, he'll
I
come
mean,
over
I
when
can
he
be
wants to come over.
charming. Come on.
Yes, but you're so low. I'm talking about media.
Oh, you need like credentials and whatnot.
Yes.
All right. All right.
Yeah,
I mean, as long as he's yeah.
No, I
Cool.
was just gonna hit. He'll walk up to the bar, and you notice like he's in a very expensive tailored suit. And as he starts to move his body, you see like a slight shimmer, and you know instantaneously that that's a full body kit. Like that's a full body armor suit that he's rocking.
Oh my. Oh, that man's got.
Oh,
Okay, where's he getting his money from?
Yeah.
Because I would like to work at that place. Actually, if we could talk, let's bring him over here. Hey, you! Hey, fancy hair! You with the hair and the shiny. Get over here, mate.
You notice as this is happening, Kent, a lot of the other patrons at the bar, a lot of them, they're also like big gruff, like they're solos, so a lot of them have seen some shit, and they all start looking at you, and you notice people like their eyes are on you, and they're kind of talking, and you just notice that.
Okay. Kent will kind of smile back and forth because this is exactly what he wanted. And he's gonna go to the bar. He'll order a vodka tonic,
Okay.
neat, chilled with real water, not synthetic, please.
it's way too
And-
expensive.
he'll say put it on the N54 tab. Give yourself a nice tip, and walk over to Puma after getting the drink.
This is actually a good point. So for the past few drinks that Marianne has fixed, whose tab would you all have put it on? So like Basis ordered a drink, Terry, Mr. Silver. Would you open your own tabs or would you put it on somebody's tab?
I mean, I have been brought here for a job. I figure if we were going to talk about it, whoever's hiring us should be paying for it, right?
So Puma.
All right, fine. You know I come from money. It's okay. I do like the high fashion as well, so it's totally fine. Just so you know, my character, I didn't really describe myself. She's got a whole bunch of different colors in her hair. She's very high fashion for a fixer because she used to steal from all these big like clothing companies growing up, and then all of a sudden her family kind of fell into money, so she's got a lot of money as well.
Meanwhile, I can't even afford full gloves.
All right, I get
Just
you
kidding.
some. I'll
Just
get you
kidding.
some
I
once
love
we're
these.
done with the job. All right.
No, I need to be able to feel the trigger. You know, it's just it's very tactile, right? Doing my job.
Terry's put everything he's ever drank on Puma's tab. He puts whatever the last person who requested his presence,
Okay.
they're the one who's paying for
Also,
it.
also on Puma's tab. Okay.
Fine.
And Basis?
I
Basis would put it on his own.
Okay. Good to know.
Question about Shadow Fade. Do you have any like active cams on you visible or anything right now?
Yeah, so that thing that's spinning around his head is an active cam. It's like a little orbital eye
Okay.
that does a 24-hour feed.
Tracy,
Mm-hmm.
as much as possible, I'd like to try and stay on that's periphery, to not get focused on as much as possible.
On their camera. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I generally don't like
Don't like
exposure.
cameras. Yeah.
I just don't like exposure. I do things on the side that people don't gotta know about.
I see.
No,
I see.
don't worry. If you
Like,
don't sign
don't
the
we
terms
all?
and agreement, we'll just blur your face out. It's fine.
Noted. Noted. Okay.
Terry will just look over to Kent. He goes, "Hey, can you turn that thing off while you're in here?
Oh,
There's a few
no.
of us who don't want to be on the record."
Okay. No. I'm sorry. I can have you sign this waiver real fast. I don't know why my voice is Australian. God. Hold on. Hold on. Nope. Yep. Nope.
Mine's gonna
it's
go
just-
everywhere too.
Now you're-
Just
now
go
you're-
with it. Just go with it.
Got a voice
Oh.
modular in there.
Yeah,
you
it
have a-
constantly changed my
you have
voice.
a
Yeah,
contract.
if you can sign
Yeah.
these waivers for me,
Let me-
just
can I
say
get
say you're
yeah.
not okay with it. We'll just blur out your face. I do have to. Can I have the rights to use your body how I want to? Sounds
Wow.
weird. Isn't it? It is.
Wow.
Mr. Shadowfade, that's kind
No.
of going into real deep, no.
No.
And
a
Terry,
question
with
is
that,
not.
is just going to turn around and walk towards Puma. He's like, "I'd rather deal with the monkey than anything over there." Oh, you too.
Yeah, he'll go over. Introduce. Go to Puma. Puma, it's good to see you again.
Hello, Mr. Shadowfade. Always good to see your beautiful face and a charming man. Please have a seat.
Of course, he'll take her hand, give her a slight kiss on the knuckles, and like sit down. And he'll just-
Careful, he's gonna get you something to sign so he can have your body.
It's all right. He's had it once before.
Oh, I love it.
Cut.
I'll just look at Butler. I'll just. It's one of these. It's one. Of,
No,
I love that.
Cut
Terry just go. "Ugh."
You can see he is definitely red, and his hair has gone back from cobalt blue to like a crimson red, like instantly. It's like, wow.
You got mood ring hair. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was debating on that too. That's cool.
Um,
One second. I'm gonna ask the bartender. Excuse me, Marianne. Do you have like a private room that we can go and talk in?
We do actually. Yes. As a matter of fact, so this is your whole crew, right? I know that Mr. Kronos was expecting you, the
Yes.
agent. Yes.
Mhm.
He does have a room in the back, so if you have the whole group with you, I can send you back there or let him know you're here.
Yes, let him know. We are all here.
Perfect. And you see her go back to like her register. There's like a little like tablet looking thing. And she like types on it and she just points right around that corner.
All right, if we all ready, we can all just go. So follow me. And she starts walking.
Sweet. Kent will stay back for 1 second until everyone's out of shot, turn a camera, and go, "Now, Beck, on these commercial breaks, we want to say that we are sponsored by Real Water, only 99.80 a gallon. Meet your local dealer." Let's cut. And he stands up and walks to them.
And
Eddie's, that's like steel.
as you all are walking, you once again, all of you now notice this. The eyes are on you. There are a lot of patrons at this bar. Right now, there's no band performing. Actually, there is a band, but it's like a smaller, like one guitarist. And actually, we're gonna change the music.
that guy.
It's a smaller group, but you notice that there is a lot of eyes on you. You see a lot of people who are they're all very well decorated people. They're people, some with guns. There's one guy with like a shaved head and he looks like really buff and he's like staring at you all. There's one person with like a ton of Borgware on their face. And they will all watch you as you all make your way to the back room. Puma leading the way. There's an office in the back here. And you knock on the door, and a person answers. And this, so he is like an older gentleman. I'm using art from the old Cyberpunk 2020 book, so it's like super classic looking. But he's got, he looks like he's probably in his 60s. He holds a cigarette, a turtleneck that's black and has like grayish hair. And he says, "Oh, you must be Puma."
Yes, nice to meet ya. And she sticks her hand out for a shake.
And he extends the shake, shakes your hand, and this is the crew.
It's all of us.
Come on in. And he invites you all into his office. It's pretty nice, actually. It's very clean, very modern, like aesthetic, sterile is what I should say. It's very sterile. And he sits at the desk, and there's enough room for all of you to sit down if you care to do so, or you can stand, whatever you feel comfortable with. And he looks up all of you up and down, and all right, so you have a couple of guns. It looks like this one here is in the medical field, and then of course some media, which is good for the band.
I mean, I tried to grab the best that I know and who I've worked with, who I actually enjoy working with. So, yeah, the best of the best in Night City.
Well, it's nice to meet you all. My name is Kronos. They call me Kronos. I work for Tyrell Records. And tonight I will need your employment. For insurance reasons, of course, we need to hire a group that is able to watch over our band tonight. The Slaughtered Lambs. The Lambs, for short. You may have heard of them. They were very popular back in 2020.
Yeah. Great band before, everything went down.
You just see Kent like perk up, and he's like, Yes, I've heard of them. They have a good sound.
Great karaoke material.
Not really familiar with modern music.
Well,
What do you mean you're not? It's like
Wait, hold on. Taylor Swift is from 2020s.
this is true.
That's true.
Well,
look at that.
I just broke your whole character.
I think what he says is not into dad rock.
I changed my goal, Tracy, from riding the chimpanzee to breaking all of Kent's cameras.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
That's harsh.
so Kronos.
No, wait, shotgun to the face.
What?
Kronos, he looks at you all, and look, it's gonna be pretty packed tonight at the Forlorn Hope. Again, there's a lot of people here who could probably fend for themselves, to be completely honest, but we need to just make sure we have a group that's focused on the band itself. It's been an actual thorn in my side, these Bozos that they call themselves. They attacked the Hope about a week or so ago, and honestly, the solos here have a vendetta against this gang. I expect it might be messy, but again, the show must go on. Make sure that this group is safe. They'll be here in probably a couple of hours to start setting things up. Well, they won't, of course, but their group will. And you know what? Look, I understand it's going to be a big night. There's going to be a lot of people here partying, a lot of people drinking, drugs. If you want to have a good time, that's totally fine. Just as long as you get the job done, make sure that this group is safe, and you'll get paid at the end. That's all. I'm looking at, based on my previous contracts, about 2,000 eddies each, if you can get the job done.
That's really good. Thank you, Mr. Kronos. Everyone agree to these terms? You're all silent.
Yeah, it's fine.
1,000 each.
Just trying to.
Well,
I
I had a question.
You want some money for the chimp?
Oh no,
saying,
I
he
don't care.
pulls his weight.
He did give me a drink.
Thought they were a package deal.
Wow. One of the last mammals known to any of us. Now my voice is going. Now I'm going New York. Which was I doing?
We're all over here.
Australian. You're
I'm
Australian.
also a
All
master
right.
of disguise. So as you can see, I just slide in between accents. Nobody knows who I am.
It's okay. We're all
Point
gonna
of
do it.
order. We're all mammals.
Yes, Mr. Shade. Sorry, I interrupted.
Thank you, Doc.
Yeah, I had a quick question. Now,
Oh, fade.
when you say base rate,
Mm-hmm.
does that include
Mm-hmm.
like just protection for the band without prior knowledge that they're going to be attacked, or are you bumping it up because we know the bozos are coming?
That's the standard rate. We know the bozos are coming in. That's why we hired you. 2,000 eddies.
Okay, I mean,
If anybody
I'll
wants
work
to,
it out with the monkey.
yeah.
It's fine.
I was gonna say,
I
if
do
anybody
wanna-
wants to try to negotiate, I would say you can roll a. There is a bribery. I would say either. I would say bribery could work for the, or bureaucracy.
Where is that under? So hard.
Education is bureaucracy.
Education?
Where is bribery? I think it's social skills.
Ooh.
So know how to bribe someone, how to approach them, how much to offer. I would say
Ooh.
probably bribery is better for this situation.
Let's see, bribery.
It's under social skills.
Oh,
Terry-
let's see, what did I do?
Terry will say, if a single bullet gets thrown my way, I want another $1,000. And
Doing just about as good as me and the chimp, mate.
Well, Kent, you rolled a crit fail. So
money.
and then Mr. Silver and Terry roll 10s.
You guys do understand I have haggle.
Yes.
Wait, haggle
Stop
was an
letting us talk then.
I was trying to find bribery,
So-
but I can't find it on my sheet.
You're Puma. You notice that your crew is trying their best to try to negotiate with this agent Kronos, but doesn't look like he's really budging.
Okay, so wait a second. Let me roll first, or I'll wait a second. So I'm thinking if we actually succeed in this whole thing, maybe we can get just a little bit more because, I brought everyone here. Everyone comes from different places all around. It takes a lot to bring this group together. What do you think, Mr. Kronos? I'm going to roll now.
Okay.
Haggle. Ha!
Okay, 23. All right.
So what you think, Mr. Kronos? I can also take you out to dinner.
His eyebrows raised at that.
She must know some good restaurants.
All right.
Yep.
All right. If the band stays intact, I will raise the price to 2,500, maybe 3,000 if there's no issues, if nothing goes wrong. If you can keep the bozos out, you'll get a bit of a raise. You'll get a bump.
I'm liking
Works
the
for
sound
me.
of that. Everyone else, you okay with that?
All right.
Yes.
Perfect.
All right, so the band, and he gives he pulls out again this little tablet-looking thing, and it pulls up a profile on the 4 members of the Slaughtered Lambs, the Lambs. So the Lambs, there are 4 members. There is the lead singer guitarist ZZ Destroyer. He is the main face. He's got a mullet. He's blonde with a mullet and wears a jacket, a leather jacket. He's kind of the bad boy look. Then there are 2 female members. Sundance, she's the bassist. She has short brunette hair. She usually wears sunglasses. She wears a tight bodysuit, and you can see she has tattoos on her arms. Then there's Banger, the drummer. She also is has short black hair. and usually wears like more leather. And then Ross, he is the keyboardist. So there's 4 of them.
Did you say Ross?
RAS.
Oh, I was just picturing Ross from Friends
too.
with his little soundscape.
Me too.
So that's the 4 of them. They are a very prominent group. They were big in the 2020s, and this is actually kind of like their reunion show tonight. And Curtis explains this to you. It's going to be packed, and yeah, so they'll be on the stage in the front, and you just have to protect them in case anything happens. So a couple of hours. Feel free to make yourselves comfortable. If you have things you have to do, go on ahead. Otherwise, you can just hang out here, and they'll be here in a couple of hours.
Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Kronos. Always a pleasure.
Mr. Kronos are all the doors? I think we might do we have access to the whole place? Because if anything should go down and we need to get people out, I feel like we need to know all the ins and outs.
Well, this building is 4 stories.
Right,
I
so a
don't
window.
personally, I don't have access to all of the floors, and I don't think many people, the patrons don't usually go. Usually the patrons stay on the 1st floor. I can get you access to everything here on the 1st floor, and then I can get you access to the stairs that'll take you directly to the rooftop. That's about all I got.
That'll work for me. Everyone else go with that?
I'm good with whatever.
Yeah. Wait, did you say we get access to the roof?
The rooftop, yes.
Okay, yes. I'm good with that.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? Good. Good. I expect this to be a good night then. And he kind of shoos you out of his office, and you guys have a couple of hours. Feel free to do it. If you might spend time drinking, you might just hang out, you might be doing whatever. But eventually, the band does show up, and you meet the 4 of them. And their roadies begin setting up the stage. They make their way to the backstage and begin prepping in the little green room to start prepping for the night. Is there anything anybody wants to do during the time of prepping? Anything like that?
The green room, is that room with I see a couple easy chairs and a couch and a bar?
So that was the office. Oop, what did I just do?
That's the office.
So that's his office. I was thinking the green room is actually this room down here.
Right.
Yeah.
Then
the stage is here.
I think at the very least the job is protect. So I'm at the door. I've got my assault rifle in hand.
I'm gonna just throw some.
And then Mr. Good old Butler is standing next to me, just kind of he's looking around too, just chilling.
I'm gonna throw some tokens on the map.
Throw 'em.
So I'm gonna just use the standard tokens for all of your roles, or who you are. So the media one. There's actually 2 solos, so I might have to. So here's media. So this will be Kent. I think I'll assign it to you all. Media, we have a solo. Okay, solo 1. I'm gonna use the fixer for solo 2, so we could probably use that for.
Diane is a fixer.
Oh yeah, sorry,
Oh,
tech.
Mm.
Yeah.
Let's throw the med tech. Where did it go? Oh, I deleted it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we just need the fixer. So here's the fixer. So I'm going to assign you all your tokens. So how do I do this? There's a way to do this. Oh god. Roll 20.
I don't
One
know.
moment. Okay, here we go. So media, that I will give to Kent. Okay. This I will give to Nathan. Mr. Silver. Okay, MedTech I will assign. All right, chat, you all get to watch live the Roll20 setting up. Basis.
Behind the scenes.
And then we will set this as Terry. And then we will set this as Puma. Okay, so you should all be able to move those tokens now. Hopefully, if
Yeah.
you see the ones that I have at the top there. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So those are all of
Yes.
your tokens. I'll
Where are we in this map?
so you can be wherever you want. So you can be, if you want to be at the bar. So Mr. Silver said that he was by the band. So the band is going to be these 4 tokens in this room here.
Okay.
I think we have, just so you know, I think we have 2 of the solos. I think when you had added,
I added
the one
2
that
of
I
them.
had been assigned, you just, there's
Yeah,
one.
cool,
So
I'll
this
delete
one's
this
me.
one. Yep. Okay.
Terry's gonna be inside of the green room. His goal is to try to stay as close to the band as possible at all
Okay.
times.
So the 2 solos are by the green room.
Basis would want to search the stage essentially for any out of place wirings or potential explosive plants or that kind of thing.
Okay. Roll me just a, I believe that there is a, I would say, conceal, reveal. Hiding objects, used good for concealing. A skill for hiding objects and finding objects that have been hidden. So yeah, I would say roll conceal, reveal, which is under awareness. Or perception.
Awareness.
Actually, or perception. Spotting hidden things like clues, traps, and people using it. Yeah, so perception.
I'm gonna go with perception because it's slightly better.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So you see that there are 2 roadies who are setting up the stage right now. That looks like they're doing everything pretty standard. As you look around, you don't notice anything really out of place. No. There's no explosives. No. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything out of place.
Okay.
Okay. And then what is our fixer and media up to? Anything?
I am on the rooftop.
Okay.
Just because I have cyber. Oh, I wanted to go around and give everyone an earpiece, so we're all connected to each other.
Okay.
And then I will go up because I have cyberware that helps me like hear a little bit better and see a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
So I just figured I'd get a bird's eye view,
Okay.
and it gives me a chance to do my reporting without a loud area behind me.
Okay. So you head up to the rooftop, and I did have a map for it, but I forgot to upload it. So you head up to the roof, and do you want to look around or anything? Is that, or
I do. I kind of want to like scope it out, see. I guess like areas of interest or things that I might see that would give me the best shot of like what's going on and everything. Like
Okay.
if there is an alleyway that goes directly or stuff like that, like I want access points to be able to look over.
okay? Roll me a perception check as well, under
Okay.
awareness.
Boop.
Okay. 15. So you see looking down, again, you're on like the 4th floor, so it's pretty high up.
Okay.
You see the street below. It's a pretty busy area of Night City, so there's a lot of people walking around. There is a street. So there's like 2 cross streets, but it's like one of them is like 2 buildings down, and then the other cross street is right next to the bar. So it's pretty busy area, I'd say, of Night City.
Okay.
But the rooftop here doesn't look like there's much going on. There is like a little seating area, but it's pretty vacant and pretty, yeah, just pretty bland.
Okay. After seeing that, I will probably station my optical camera on the point viewing the street, have my deck or my phone, and head downstairs with a live feed.
Okay. All right. So you make your way downstairs, and then Puma, is there anything that you're doing of particular note?
No, I would just be sitting at one of the tables, kind
Okay.
of just reading the room the entire time.
Okay.
And anyone who comes in the door.
You can also roll me a perception check just because you're looking around.
Sure. My perception. Are you up here?
Okay.
19.
So same thing for you. You don't notice anything right now of major concern. You do see it's starting to fill up the tables. There are a lot of people here early. Some getting a little more, drunk. So you expect that by the time the band comes on, it is going to be this place is going to be like a shit show. People are really starting to drink a lot and really get excited. So you see people start piling in, and it's just getting more busy, but nothing that out of sorts for you as well.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
So our two solos back here, Mr. Silver and Terry, you are both kind of just standing watch. You listen in, you hear the band. They're talking about their set list for tonight. You particularly hear ZZ Destroyer, who's the lead singer. He is being kind of touchy with the rest of the group. You kind of hear them arguing a bit. He's like, look, this is our last show and I'm done and I cannot wait to be out of here. I cannot wait to just be done with this freaking Tyrell Records. They suck. And the others are trying to console, and they're like, it's not can you just at least try to not complain for one night? And he's like, no, this place sucks and I cannot wait to be out of here. And so he's just kind of being a little moody and kind of a diva, while the rest of the band is trying to be optimistic. Just things that you notice as they're getting ready for tonight. And
this is a long shot. Do any of them seem to be wearing anything that would say clown? Like polka dots, red nose, white makeup, anything that would be you're a little too creepy for this creepy old band.
I would say also roll me a perception check. It's going to be a low DV because it's a pretty specific thing, but just curious.
Where's perception under?
Awareness. Should be at the top.
I'm not terrible at this.
Okay. You don't notice anything, none of them are wearing any clown paraphernalia, no heavy. I mean, they have makeup on, but it's not clown makeup. Yeah, you don't notice anything.
Mr. Silver is going to just go into the headset. He's like, hey, have we thought of keeping an eye out for really tiny cars? Just a really small vehicle.
Hey, well, funny you should mention that. They actually go on buses.
That's the opposite. I thought clowns were supposed to be in tiny cars.
I know. I recently did an interview with them, and when I asked the leader what happened, the Bozos denied the attack with their standard honk honk, and they drove away on buses.
Oh, all right. Okay, well then keep an eye out for a bus and totally forget what I said about tiny cars. But I mean, if there was a clown painted tiny car coming our way with a little horn.
Oh yeah, you can blow that up.
Yeah, we need to shoot it. Just shoot it. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Over.
Terry will turn over to Mr. Other Solo there.
Yeah.
Mr. Silver.
Silver.
What weaponry did you bring with you?
Oh, I mean, I've got the pretty standard stuff. I've got me Magitek Ronin assault rifle with an extended clip, as it were. I've got pretty nice pistol that, at least if you ask me, it's a pretty nice pistol. It's the standard Sturmire P35, you know. Nothing too fancy, but gets the job done. Then of course I brought backup in Mr. Butler here. A few extra rounds on my person. And then let's just say I've got a few tricks up my sleeve as well. Not necessarily weaponry, but something that I like to think will make a splash. How about yourself?
I got an assault rifle as well, handgun, and then he opens up his trench coat to reveal 4 grenades, smoke, tear gas, and then he also puts the other and shows like a special gun. This is a microwaver, disrupts cybernetics just in case.
Where'd you get the eddies to get all that, mate? Do you have a flashlight? Because I do want it noted amongst our infantry. I do have a flashlight and a backpack and a bed.
I'm very proud of you.
So if we need to jump off the roof, what we throw down first? We throw the bed down now, don't we?
Are you on your thing? Can we all hear you?
This one is
tapping it.
I think you're talking,
is it an open channel, or do I have to tap it?
It's all open. We're all connected to each other.
Oh, so you brought a bed. Who you want to sleep with tonight? You know.
Look, sometimes you just need a nap, mate. You just need to get a quick 20 Z's, and then you're perfect for the rest of the time, right? I mean, look, do you want to do this job tired? I don't want to do this job tired.
It's totally fine. I'm just letting you know. I also have a microwaver too. Okay, so we have 2 of those to shut down anything.
To shit this place up, right? Yeah. I mean, like, I also pull out a couple of gas masks.
Oh.
And so I just look at Terry and I say, just let me know before you throw one of those smokes so I can put these on. And I hand the other one to Butler, who just kind of like puts it around his neck. He's trained to, that's why I have 2 of them. He's trained to, smoke.
Mini?
A gas mask for your butler.
Yeah. What's the matter, mate? You don't have any companions of friendship? This mate has saved my life just as many times as I've saved his. It's called love in a platonic way.
Why did you question when you said that?
It's my accent.
It's called
it's an accent
love?
I don't know. Maybe he's never heard of it.
In a platonic way. For the love of Christmas, in a platonic
As
way.
you
in a platonic way.
Suddenly the bed makes sense.
It's platonic.
As
Got any pills in the dog?
As you guys are talking, the 2 solos are discussing. Are you guys inside the green room or standing outside the green room?
I was just kind of talking through. Yeah.
He like cracked the door just a little bit, and we've just had an entire like 5 to 10 minute conversation with the door cracked open.
So, Mr. Silver, you see a girl walking around the corner. And she walks up. Is this where the band is?
No.
Sir.
No.
Roll me.
Hey!
You know what? I'm gonna. I think that's pretty good.
That's how you look. I'll fix it. All you gotta do is say no, mates. Sorry, Tracy, for breaking it.
Roll me.
I don't know.
I'm earning my paycheck
so much.
Roll me just a persuasion, because you're standing there with your gun, and you look a little intimidating. But I don't think there's no intimidation skill.
There's not intimidation. All right. I thought I had intimidation.
There has to be intimidation. Hold on.
Is there? Unless I'm missing it.
Interrogation.
All the social skills. I don't see intimidation on here.
There has to be because there's threat detection. So
There are so many skills on here. I thought I
There,
was playing
Cyberpunk
25 for
has
second.
a lot of skills, which
they
is
do.
good and bad at the same time.
I guess it'd be perception or no.
So,
All right, I can't. Okay, so persuasion. You
Um,
said
persuasion. The
there's
description says
interrogation. There's
Interrogation.
skill
Yeah, I
of
guess
forcibly
that'd be it.
extracting information from people. They're both under your cool stat, so
yeah. So do you want me to interrogate? I can do that. You're saying I can do that? Which one do you want?
Can I affect his role in any way?
I would say
Persuasion?
Persuasion, personally.
You got it. Come on.
Can I donate $5 to make it an automatic fail?
What?
Wow.
Oh
Rude.
Here we go. It has begun.
So the girl, 13, she's like a young girl. She's got cute little flowers in her hair. She looks a little concerned.
she's tiny.
She's just like, I'm just a really big fan of ZZ's, and I just really wanted to just get his autograph. Like, I was just like wondering if
Well, if I happen to ever see that person, I will let him know there's a child who happens to want his autograph. But as I said, no.
please, I'm a really big fan. Please.
All right, why don't you go back out to the... What's your name?
My name is Kira.
All right, Kira. Why don't you...
What's your last name?
Lockhart?
All right, Kira.
I'm like just
Kira.
a big fan, okay?
Here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to radio to where the band actually is, and then I'm going to have them send down a little bit of an autograph for you. But I'm going to need you to go wait in the main area, all right?
Okay,
Also, how'd you get back here? This is where like
I
the
have-
kitchen staff is.
Z-
Who's on
Zizi,
letting people into the
Zizi,
back
I love
area?
you, please. And she's
Well,
just
go tell the
screaming.
rooftop, because that's where Zizi is. Oh no, I told you where he was. He's on the roof.
And she just runs over. She runs past you and tries to. Oh, I keep moving the map. Tries to make her way to the roof.
You're gonna have to kill her.
Hey, mate, on the roof.
And you just let this girl just
Right.
run backstage, unknown how she got here. But she starts heading
Yeah,
toward the
hey,
roof.
we've got a bogey backstage. I got her away from the targets, but she's going up to the roof because I maybe told her that that's where the band
Zizi?
was hanging out. And somehow, yeah, so
Well,
she's coming
Wait,
up
is
to
she
you, mate.
really going up to the roof?
Yeah, she is. That's what Mr. Silver
Oh,
told her.
God.
You
And
guys,
so,
you know that
after
there's
she- yeah,
a
Well-
second entrance to that hallway, right?
yeah. Well, who's supposed to be watching that? I'm on the door.
I'm on the stage.
Okay, if you
I'm
want.
on the
Okay,
roof.
you would
Over
really
there.
not put anybody. Okay, wait, hold up,
Look.
Fade. Are you not watching us outside? Aren't you supposed to be the eyes on the roof, like giving us who's coming in the back door type thing?
No, it's not. It's
Yeah.
not a back door. It's just another hallway from the main room.
Here's a better question. Why didn't you kick her out?
I did. I kicked her up to the roof.
That no.
Hey, can
wait,
you get ZZ to sign something?
Oh,
I will ask.
Why is a 13-year-old in a bar?
Oh yeah, hey, who's letting teenagers in? I'm pretty sure she came in the back door. Do they not have a bouncer? Like, is there no bouncer with IDs? What is happening to our country and our civilization?
Put the monkey on the back door.
Oh yeah, I could. Hey, hold up. He goes and stands by the back door.
Okay.
Terry's gonna go to ZZ.
Hey, Puma.
He's going like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Go.
can
first.
do you mind autographing a picture or something?
He,
There's
like-
a crazed fan asking for it.
Really? Hey,
It's this or we can shoot her. You make the choice.
hey, Ross. We have those pre-signed postcards, right? Did we bring them with us? And can you grab one? And so the keyboardist Ross goes in like a bag, and they have these like these little postcards of the band that are pre-signed, like printed, not like they just stamped all of their signatures on it. Here, just give this to the kid, I guess.
Thank you.
So I take it through the door.
Yep, just slide it through.
I just put it in my little pocket here. I'm like, that's for later, in case she comes back. But like, really, she's a child. Maybe interrogate her. I don't know. Or just like, be nice, give her a lollipop, and see if she tells you things.
Or you can shoot her. That's also a valid.
I call the police.
Call
Call the police on Nathan.
What did I do?
Okay, so she's
I
at this
didn't say
point
hurt her.
on like the second floor of the stairs, making her way up. Does anybody stop her? Kent, are you still on the roof?
I was working my way down, but hearing this, I'd go and like, Puma, can you go to channel 2 real fast?
Oh, of course.
We have
mister.
channels.
I also go to channel 2.
No one else knows how to channel 2. Cam, without realizing that you guys could just hit it twice to go to channel 2, he goes, Puma, who are these people you hired?
Look, it's people I trust, you know. I've worked with all of them. I'm so sorry. I don't know why they want to kill a child. I mean, that's kind of extreme.
I don't want to kill a child.
Oh, the fuck!
You gotta kill 2!
2 has been
I
compromised.
didn't say that.
2 has been compromised.
That was Terry.
Okay, new channel.
Puma, are you on this channel?
Yeah, I hear ya.
Sweet.
Yeah, everything's
Who
fine.
the
Don't
fuck
worry.
did you just hire?
I think Mr. Silver's here. I can hear
Ah,
him.
crap. There's a girl running. Hold on. Miss!
Oh my God! Hi! I'm looking for ZZ. This guy downstairs
Yeah, you
told me
can't-
that they were on the roof.
Yeah, you can't come up here. He's
Wha-
meditating.
But he's up there. You said. Oh my God.
No, I
okay,
mean-
please, sir,
No.
please. I need to meet ZZ. Like, I
Hey.
snuck in here, and my dad doesn't know.
That's not okay.
And okay, please, I just want like to take a picture with him and like get an autograph, and then that's it. Like, and just tell him my thoughts about how I love his music, and I just love him. So I just need to tell him.
I'm gonna pop into the channel to choose character Fade. You know this might be good publicity. Get a picture. Get her with a picture. You never know.
You don't know who my dad is, and I'm sorry, I hate to do this. I don't like to use the dad card, but like my dad is pretty powerful in Night City, and if you don't, it could come back to haunt you.
You better get that picture and an autograph. Just
Okay.
saying.
Can I roll anything on that to see if she's lying?
Yes, you can. I would say you can roll human perception,
Okay.
which is under social
I've-
skills.
Yes.
I played
Let's specify
Cyberpunk for under
human.
2 hours, and we've already threatened to shoot a child.
You
That's
did
usually
that.
what happens.
Don't say we. That
We-
was you.
We are a team.
I work for Puma. I don't know what you guys are doing.
So I got a 16.
You can tell she's lying.
Oh.
What was your name? I'm sorry.
Kira?
I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm Ken Shadowfade, lead investigative reporter of N54 News, and he like goes over to do a finger gun, and then realizing his camera's not there, he's like, "Damn it." Why don't you just come with me? I'll take you up to him. I'll work that out. We just follow me. And so I'm going to take her to the roof. I'm gonna open the door.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go, hey, he's right out there. The moment she steps outside, I am slamming the door and breaking the lock.
Wait, why don't you talk to her?
Oh my
my God.
So after a second, like she's like Kent or not Kent, ZZ, and then a second realizes that there's nobody up here, and then she goes back to open the door. You hear the jiggle on the handle. What? Wait a minute. Wait, Mr. Shadowfade, please let me back in. Get me to ZZ, please.
This is a good
You
life
don't know
lesson.
who my dad is.
That things are very difficult and you shouldn't trust strangers or go into a bar as a child.
Please. And she
You're
starts
gonna walk
crying.
down. You go, whoa. She's stuck on the roof.
What do you mean she's stuck on the roof?
What'd you do?
Like I pushed her on the roof and
You
locked the
pushed
door.
her
Pushed
over
a
the
child?
side?
No, that sounds bad.
I didn't hire you to kill a child or push a
She's
child off
not
the
dead.
roof.
You would hear her hit the ground.
Okay,
Hold
stop.
on, hold on.
Just
So I go
stop.
by the door and like I let him listen to her crying.
That doesn't make it better. That doesn't make
Okay.
it. You have
Seems
to.
like killing children with extra steps.
Zizi,
Also, wait,
please
hold
help
up.
me.
Wait. We do remember how, like, the rooftop was a possible route of escape for us, right? And so you just, like, broke the lock to the rooftop so that we can't get through there now?
Hey, Puma, go to channel 3. He just like dead silence and he walks back down. He's like, fuck. So
Wait,
yeah,
are you
child
seriously
is...
not going to try and open that up for us? You're not going to, like... I mean, I guess we could blow open the door if we need it, but we got to make sure now that a child is not immediately on the other side.
Okay, he goes back to help the child.
I just want to beat Zizi. I knew that he was going to be here tonight, and you told me he was up here, and he's not, and I just really want to meet him. Please, that's all I
what's
want.
great is you were on a prank show. Look over there, and he points to the octal camera, and he's like, "There's a camera," and he like points over somewhere in the distance. And goes, "There's a camera. There's a camera. You were on a reality show. Come on, let's go have you, whatever."
Okay.
I have an autograph for her as a prize.
Oh, you did something good. Give it to her.
Well, I'm gonna lead him to silver.
Can-
Okay, so you guys head down the stairs, and
We spent
you...
way too much time with this child. We should have killed her.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Oh, wow.
not a thing! Not a thing!
You could have just literally escorted her out. She's 13.
Bernard, can you bring me a shot?
I didn't even think that was an option. I thought this was like a pivotal character.
Oh my gosh. So you lead her over to the door. I'm actually gonna have her roll a perception to see if she even notices that like behind that door is easy. Let me just do. I'm just gonna roll D10.
Is there glass in the door?
I'm
Well, if she can
warning you.
hear, like they might be warming up or talking or something, and if she can hear his voice, she'll know.
Let me check my character's
She knows.
intelligence.
Just let me kept her locked on
Cause
the roof. Could have dealt with that later.
Nope.
Okay, she doesn't realize that they're in that room as she walks up to you, Mr. Silver. Do you have the autograph?
Congratulations. A whole band signed autograph, and I hand it over to her.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. That was the meanest prank. I hate doing prank shows, but it's what I have to do to make money in this tough life of ours.
She looks
But-
pretty deflated from all of this because she really was hoping she'd be
Would
able
you
to
like
meet
to
him.
meet a chimpanzee?
I mean, that is pretty cool.
I call for Butler, who is guarding the back door, and he kind of like comes around the corner. Like, all right, hey, he's gonna lead you outside because again, this is an establishment where teenagers shouldn't be. So, just count this as a little slap on the wrist. You got to meet an endangered species, and you got to get your band's autograph. So, all around, a win. But really can't have you back here. And so, Butler like walks over and like holds up his hand for her to take it.
She takes it
And he
reluctantly.
like walks her towards the back door, and like as he gets there and like kind of like jumps up for the handle and pushes it open, like as she's leaving, he kind of jumps again and just gives her a little pat on the head and like hugs her leg a little bit, and then
She says under her breath, "My father will hear about this."
Like,
And she leaves. And
Trace, you missed the opportunity to bum rush the monkey with the bad guys.
oh my god. I'm not cruel where I intentionally want to kill everybody's companions.
Just the monkey. Just Nathan's specifically.
So as the monkey escorts this little girl out, and the band continues to prep, and all of you kind of do your own prep work in preparation for what you know is to come tonight. We're gonna take our first break, and we'll be back. First break. We're gonna take a break, and we'll be back. This is actually, we're gonna be taking multiple breaks. This is a 6-hour long session. I'm just kidding. So we're going to take a break, and when we return, we will see how they fare tonight with the Bozos. So be right back, everybody. We'll take about a 10-minute breather. We'll be right back. We are back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Now, it's been a few hours. You all have been here at the bar basically all day, and it's getting later in the evening. The band is set to perform at 8 p.m., and it is now like 7:30-ish. So...
Is Jerry frozen?
No. I learned that from Lamar.
I was like, oh god!
Got him.
What did I
It's
do?
like,
I learned that from Lamar.
What? Oh. You're welcome.
So
So
sorry.
it's getting pretty packed here. I would say there's probably, how many patrons? I'd say there's got to be at least like 70 to 100 people in here at this point. It's loud. It's getting rowdy. People are like a lot of talking. There's people playing games in the back, like pool and stuff. And there is music playing. It's pretty loud. The roadies are all set up. The lights, the light person heads upstairs, and it's getting close to time for the lambs to perform on stage. Is there anything anybody wants to do before the performance begins?
I'd like to be up in the catwalk / truss area,
Okay.
kind of overlooking everything.
Okay.
I'm gonna be on the rooftop, phone in hand. That's looking one way, and I'm looking the other roadway. And he's just gonna be relaxing up there.
Okay. So the rooftop, I now have a map for, so just so everybody can see. Here's the roof. So you are up on the rooftop.
James.
Ooh, there's a nice seating area.
There it is.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So, oh wow, you're tiny on this map.
I'm so small.
You know what? I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. So yeah, it's a pretty big, spacious, empty rooftop. But yeah, there's a nice little area. So you have like your equipment set up there. But yeah, there's not much else up here. So you're up there. Back to the main bar. Okay, so bassist is heading up to the rafters. As you head up there, you'll see there's one guy up there. He's setting up the spotlights and stuff. He's the lighting guy. So that's all you see up there. Anything else anybody wants to do?
Sticking to the band.
Okay.
I mean, hey Terry, do you think you can handle it on your own? Should I go do a quick little sweep? I mean, Puma, you got anyone crazy out there?
Let me check. I mean, I've been looking as everyone's piling in. I don't really see anyone that looks like a clown, anything out
Any
of the ordinary.
overly sized shoes or flowers on their lapel?
So the Bozos are known for wearing the red nose, but I haven't seen any of those yet.
Is anyone holding banana cream pies?
I
Good question.
mean, that's pretty expensive to have nowadays at Night City. It's mostly kibble pies, but all right.
So right before things start before it hits 8 o'clock, the agent Kronos comes in, and he just goes to the back of the green room, and he's just like, I'm just checking in, everything all good. And he would walk up to the two solos who are back by the band.
Yeah, I mean, look, we had a little girl get in here. I don't know who your front door bouncer is or what, but children apparently can just walk in off the street. So we took care of that. But yeah, nobody else has been back here.
Good.
We've got a Terry inside.
I'm gonna just check on the band real quick, and he walks in. I'm just gonna use a random token for him right now. So
Tell
he
him the
walks
band's
in.
not there.
What?
Tell him the band's not in there.
Oh my god.
Oh, the band's on the roof.
Oh my god. Do you
Just
actually
kidding.
say that? Okay. So he walks in, and you, Terry, you hear this whole exchange. Basically, he's like, "All right, you all ready for tonight?" And you hear ZZ just being a total asshole to this guy. He's like, "Listen, do we really like? I know we're here, and like this night is such a shit show with this whole Bozo scare. Like, do we really have to do this? And he's like, we got to do this tonight. You see all the people out there? We can't just tell them to go home now. I'm sorry that this is all happening, but we got to get this done. And ZZ is just like, look, well, after this, you won't have to worry about me anymore because I'm done. I'm done with this record label. I'm done with this company. You're putting us in danger for the stupid reunion, and I don't want to do this anymore. It's like, you really going to be threatening me right now that you're going to leave? Yeah. Yeah, I am. I'm done with this.
Yeah, Terry's just gonna kind of like make sure his handgun is unclipped, ready to go.
The Kronos is like, well, it's really unfortunate that you want to leave after this. It really is. But I guess I can't stop you. So do what you have to do. And he storms out. The rest of the band is like awkwardly silent during this. And Terry, you can tell that it seems like there's a history between the two, that they do not like each other. There's a lot of tension when Kronos walked in the room and he leaves.
Yeah, Terry's actually gonna walk up to ZZ and pull out a business card. It just says, Terry, hire me to not get shot.
He takes it and nods. Yeah, well, whatever.
Are your business cards threatening? Like, hire me, and then
it's a black background with white text. Terry,
there's just a QR
hire
code.
me to not get shot.
Yeah.
Yes, and a QR code in the back. The website says the same thing with the email.
Whatever. You know what? If I made enemies after this, I don't care. Let's just do this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna do my best and just get this done.
Hey, not that I actually truly care, but why are the Bozos giving a shit about you Bozos?
I don't know what the deal with the Bozos is. They just pick people. They pick things. That tonight's their big night or whatever. So they're just a bunch of assholes, really.
Well, one thing for the four of you to remember is that it's always better to get shot in the ass than the head. So if you hear gunfire, put your heads down and point your ads towards the gunfire, and then run the opposite direction.
Well, one of the girls speaks up. Well, the fans will love that. ZZ has a lot of fangirls.
There was a 13-year-old. It was very awkward. We decided not to shoot them. Anyway, you guys ready for me to make my money? I mean, go on stage.
Yeah. I guess we should head out there then. And the four of them make their way out.
Are you guys playing Pink Flamingo tonight? Is that like part of it?
Oh yeah, that one's on the set list.
Yes. Sorry, one of my favorites. Now I'll do my job.
I had a list of their songs somewhere on my sheet and I can't find it. But they do have a set list. The Pink Flamingos apparently is one of their songs.
Sorry, I'm just writing things. It's canon now.
So they head out and you start hearing as it's getting like, it's 7:55 now and the crowd is like, lambs, 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 lambs. And they are cheering for the lambs, and the four of them head out on the stage. The roadies will, oh no, the map.
Oh my goodness.
The entire earth shakes. And they make their way on the stage, and the crowd goes wild for the slaughtered lambs. As ZZ Destroyer at the front gets his guitar, his V guitar, and starts playing. Sundance, the bassist, she's in the back. Banger, the drummer, she gets on the drums, and then Ross on his little keyboard, and they start performing.
Terry stands behind that giant speaker with his assault rifle out and just keeps an eye out because it's going to happen.
Hey, you
And
guys.
I will say, you all have your earpieces in, but it is kind of, at this point, it's getting loud. It is hard to hear each other in these earpieces.
ZZ's got a bald spot.
Who has bald tots?
It's like staring at me, like deep into my soul.
Wait, I want tater tots.
And
Shoe sole? What?
sure enough, at 8 o'clock, anything else that anybody else wants to do for, like, where are you, Mr. Silver?
I'm gonna be kind of on the other side of the wall.
Okay.
We've got one gun up in the rafters, one on the stage, so I'm gonna guard these two doors. That could, for people who could be coming in through the back way. So I've got my guy set up in the corner where he is.
Okay. Cool.
Puma, where are you?
I move myself to a booth towards the back so I can
Okay.
watch forward.
This is Puma back here.
Should have asked if you have any other weapons on you. All right.
I do. I have pistols.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I have.
She came unarmed.
No,
She has a rocket launcher.
No, I have heavy pistols, expansive ammo, and a microwaver.
Good.
We're good.
All right.
I have 2 pistols.
Did I? No, we're good. Okay. So, as you all, as the band starts to perform their opening song, Brain Damage is the name of it. And they,
Classic.
and sure enough, at 8 o'clock, at the strike of it on your watches, they perform, and at the same time, you see a group of clowns bust in straight through the front door. Yes, there is a bouncer.
What?
And the bouncer, you don't know what happened
That's
to him.
a lot.
But you see a bunch of bozos walk right in, and you hear actually, well, you wouldn't have heard this, but there were ice cream trucks outside. And they start like busting through. They like crash into like a bunch of people on the side of the street into the bouncer, the ice cream truck. It's like chaotic outside, and they bust in with their honk, 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 and there is, and all of these solos, they see this, all of the patrons at the bar, and they're all, again, solos. They fight. So it is just people punching people. It is an all-out, chaotic, hectic war. But the band is still playing, and there is just people fighting, punching, beating up clowns, and you all watch this as this is happening. It is absolute madness and chaos. And
Well, maybe they're friendly.
as you see one take a cream pie, but it has like knives in it, and just slam it into the solo.
I don't think they're friendly.
Let's just see how it plays out.
And I'm gonna have everybody roll initiative. You're not like technically in combat, but just to have the initiative. So roll initiative. I think it's at the top.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
How did I do?
Wow. Terry's slow in
great.
the upkeep.
So this
Tracy?
is perfect. Oh, sorry.
When I hit initiative, it tells me no character was found.
Interesting.
Yeah. No valid token was selected, apparently.
Well, actually, so
Do
I
you
think
my
it'd be.
initiative?
I don't. Oh, it's a little loud. Hold on, let me text them. So you should be able to still roll. It just won't add it to like a token initiative on Roll20. I'm just gonna manually write it down.
How do I still roll if it's still giving me lots of errors?
Oh, let me see. Let me see your sheet really quick.
Do you have an initiative reaction number down in combat awareness distribution?
Let's look.
So it should
I
work
have-
if you hit.
There you go.
Did you hit roll
Oh, that's
or
bad.
hit roll initiative
that's-
at the top?
I did. That's when it keeps giving me error.
Huh,
Let
that's
me,
weird.
And I can't hit initiative reaction. It won't let me.
So if you
Can you
want,
click
There's
on
no
your dude?
points in it either, though. It says 0.
oh, that's weird.
Interesting.
If you want to manually roll a d10, so your initiative is your reflex plus 1d10.
So I got initiative 14, but it's giving me the same thing. It's like you wanted to send the results to this roll to
Okay.
the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected.
That-
Oh, I think because I'm not on the page.
Yeah, which is fine.
just
I'm
tell.
gonna just manually write down everybody's initiative.
Okay.
Could I say what I was doing while you guys were down there, and like why I didn't notify you guys what was happening?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the heck, man?
So Kent's up there and he's like hearing everyone chant. And he starts looking around. I doesn't see anyone up there, so he reaches into his pocket and he pours a white substance over his finger, and he's hearing everyone go lamb, 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 and he rails a line. And he's like, whoa! But at that time, his phone is showing these trucks barreling down the thing, but he's not looking at the phone. He's so into like the music and everything. So when he starts hearing gunfire and everyone screaming and stuff like that, he looks down and he goes, bah! And so he's like sprinting down, and that's why he got such a high initiative. It's like he's like going, but he's also railed out.
Okay.
We're a good group. We're a good group.
Kent,
Puma and I are great.
Kent rolled a 14. Puma, what did you roll if you rolled manually?
Yeah, 14 as well.
Okay, so Puma 14. Basis and Mr. Silver are both at 12. 12, Mr. Silver. 12. And then Terry is 11.
8. And the first roll.
Oh, 8. Okay. I'm going with the
even
first
worse.
roll. Okay. And then I am just going to roll a couple of things. Okay. And then. Okay. So, with all of this chaos and all of the bozos fighting, it doesn't look like any of them are right now directly targeting the band. It looks like they're just kind of making their way through the crowd and just fighting a bunch of people. It's kind of chaotic. By the way, this is what some bozos look like. This is from Artel Saurian. This is they look a little bit like this, and then yeah. So they're pretty scary and pretty creepy looking. Okay, so I'm gonna go once through the initiative if there's anything anybody else wants to do. Right now, again, the band looks safe. They are continuing to perform, but it's just absolute chaos in the crowd. So Kent and Puma, is there anything that you two want to do?
I'm gonna stay where I'm at so that I can be hidden when I start attacking.
Okay.
And then I have one last question.
Yes.
So I bought the drug Flash,
Mhm.
which is a stimulant. How do I add that anywhere, or do I just remember that it's a reflex +2?
I think you just would add manually, yeah, the reflex +2.
Okay, sweet.
Okay. So is there anything, Kent, that you want to do, or are you gonna just stay on the roof for now?
No, he's heading down.
Oh, you're heading down? Okay.
Yeah. Like, he'll use all the movement to get to the like halfway point to where he can see what's going on, but he's not on the ground floor.
Okay.
And he'll draw his heavy submachine gun.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so then next, Basis and Mr. Silver, is there anything right now that you want to do in this time? Any other things?
They're not close enough really yet. I am trying to mark any injuries so that when I do drop down, I can tend to them relatively quickly, like kind of advanced triaging. I
Okay.
guess.
Okay. And Mr. Silver, anything you're doing, or are you staying where you are?
I'm gonna just go on the comms. What's happening there? Seems like someone wasn't doing their job on the roof, and I'm gonna move to actually check the. Just knowing that there's a door over here, I'm gonna move to be right there to see if I'm gonna have anyone coming in to like that area,
Okay.
that back door. I'm setting up, and I've got my assault rifle out, safety off.
Okay. All right, and so the Bozos rolled higher in initiative than Terry. So one of them, you see, starts making their way toward the stage. Just one though, and he looks like this. He's got a melee weapon, and he's got a balloon that looks like it could be something, a dangerous device. So he makes his way toward the stage, and he starts to climb it, but he's not quite yet on the stage. And that does bring us to Terry's turn.
Terry's gonna shoot him.
Okay.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
With his assault
Come on,
rifle.
Terry.
16.
16, and he is not that far from you. So you would hit. That does hit. So go ahead and roll the damage. I forget how much an assault rifle does.
5d6.
5d6.
Nice.
So, and that's only rate of fire 1, I think.
Give me a second. It is rated
I
fire
think it's got
2.
Oh shoot, so you can shoot twice. Holy crap! Okay. So that does a significant amount of damage to this bozo. Let me just do a roll really quick. Okay, so let me just, where's the hit points? Okay, he's not looking great. He's actually in a critical wound, or a seriously wounded stage. So he's not looking good, but he's still up. So if you want to shoot again.
20.
That'll hit.
Oh, 5d6.
Oh, and that's 2 6s, so that is a critical.
Yeah.
You would get a critical. He would get. Okay, he's actually just dead. He would get a critical wound,
Effect,
or a critical effect, but he's just dead. So.
Bye bye.
Baby.
With that said, Terry's going to look at the band and go, "You guys want to leave or something? I'll keep shooting."
This guy. So now that ZZ's on the stage, he kind of has a different aura. He has his stage persona on now, and he just looks like he looks a little chaotic. He's just like, the show must go on, and he's just yelling, and he starts like throwing stuff out into the crowd, and is just absolute like. He looks absolutely chaotic. So no, he's staying on the stage, and they're performing, and they are going hard right now. In their next song, which is called, where'd my list of songs go? Hold on, they have some.
I got shot.
I got shot. Corpo Horror is their next song, and this is all about like F the corpos and all that. People are like, as they're fighting bozos, the solos in the crowd are still saying like, yeah, F the corpos, and like it's just like, yeah, like people, it's total chaos. So. With that, we go back to the top of the round. It looks like, again, still bozos are fighting. The one that walked up to the stage is dead. You hear one in the crowd yell, I'm coming for you, ZZ. You mess with my daughter. And one of the bozos just started walking up. She just wanted an autograph, and he starts yelling.
Oh shit!
And
Kill her dead.
We caused this. We
And-
caused this.
and one
You
of the,
caused this.
Yeah, you caused this.
Wow.
So this one has a grenade on his nose.
Oh.
It looks like it's implanted into his nose, and he starts to go to get the to pull it, but nothing happens yet. That brings us to the top of the round to Kent and Puma. Puma, you see this. You see this one bozo walking up, yelling about a vendetta against his daughter, and he goes for his nose.
I'll try and shoot him.
Okay. So
Okay.
you're farther away. The DV will be a little bit more difficult, but you can go ahead and try to shoot him.
Okay, I'm gonna use my very heavy pistol. 18.
Okay, let me just real quick. So another interesting thing about Cyberpunk is it deals in yards, not feet.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I am so bad
Yep.
at yards to feet.
36 feet.
3.
3 feet for every yard.
3 feet for every yard.
Yep.
Okay.
So 30 yards would be 90 feet. 30 feet would be 10 yards.
30 feet would be 10 yards. Okay, so that... how do I do this? One sec. How do I do the...
It's the ruler thingy?
Yes, so
Yeah, there you go.
he's about 80 feet, so how many yards is that?
Just shy of 30. It's like
Yeah.
Little shy of 30.
25.
27.
It's gonna
Okay,
put her
the
between
DV is
26 to
25.
50. Yeah.
The DV, so that would miss. So you take it.
She's
And you
dying.
miss. And
Don't
you
die.
miss.
Don't die, Tracy.
Okay.
You do have movement though, so if you wanted to move closer, you could do that.
Yeah, I'll move closer. Let me get.
Is the very heavy only one rate of fire? or-
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, let me get. I'm gonna get a little closer. I'm gonna go.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Bless
I'm
you.
gonna head to this table right here.
Okay. Okay. And then Kent, anything you want to do?
How far is the closest like aggressive clown to me?
Are you still in the back?
Or
Or did you make your way?
I used all of my movement to get me to like midway of the stairwell before you get to the floor, the first floor.
So if you are in the backstage, there's no clowns back there yet. But if you make your way to the front door, so there's two doors from where you are at the stairs. There's the door that is by the bar, or there's
Yeah.
a door that's by like the side stage. Which one would you
Okay.
prefer?
I'll probably come out to the door that's closest. So this one that's on the side stage.
Okay. So you head out. I'll just say, you do see the one bozo who is heading toward the stage with a grenade for a nose.
Okay. I'm gonna like turn the corner, and just like rip up from ankle to shoulder as I hit him with that my heavy SMG.
Okay. Dang, y'all got good weapons.
It looks a little something like this, if I'm correct. Standard, small.
Oh yeah, so that would hit.
Yes. So that is 3d6. So I just do like exclamation point 3d6.
Yes.
Uh,
or slash roll.
Slash roll.
3d6,
Ah,
I
sorry.
think. Yeah.
Ugh.
There's also a little dice thingy on the side that you can do.
There you go.
Oh,
Like
there we
that.
go.
Oh, you maxed out one of them.
Did I
Yes.
take yours?
So, let me just do the math here. 4, 3. Okay, so he takes that damage. He is not looking good. He's not quite seriously wounded yet, but he's almost there. He does not look good. So, Basis and Mr. Silver, you are next. Actually, so Basis, just roll me a perception check really quick.
Perception check, which is clearly under awareness. All right, found it. 15.
Okay. As you're up in the rafters, you notice the lighting guy. He pulls out a weapon. And he looks like he's aiming it down at the stage.
At the stage, not the front of the stage. Yes, like towards the band.
Towards the band.
Cool. I mean, I'm just gonna straight pivot and blast him in the chest with my shotgun at point blank range, I guess.
Okay. Okay.
Attack. I don't know what any of that. Oh, range.
Um,
Yeah. I
so
don't know what the DV means.
The difficulty value, basically, yeah. So you're pretty close to him because the rafters are kind of close quarters. So
Yeah.
I will say that does hit.
All right. So I am going to be rolling 5d6.
Nice.
16 it looks
okay,
like.
16.
Oh, you have 1 6. Good job.
Whew, okay.
He's
all
got a light weapon.
Okay,
Sorry.
so this guy, you now notice the lighting guy, he actually has a pretty, he concealed it behind his jacket, but he actually has like a pretty big weapon, like a sniper looking weapon. And he pulls down his glasses, like sunglasses, and he looks like he's actually trained, like a trained professional. And
What do you call us?
it's concerning. So you do shoot him, and he notices this, and he looks at you, like he's ready to take a shot. But it's not his turn yet. So, Mr. Silver, you are up next.
Yeah, nobody's coming through the back door, and I've started hearing a lot of gunfire from out on the stage. So I'm just gonna move in, right on Terry 6.
Okay.
And I'm guessing that I can see this bozo walking up towards
Yes, you would be able to
the
see.
stage.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna level my assault rifle and take a shot.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
16?
I would say that
If that is the DV.
yes, so that would go to you. So that does hit.
Nice.
Yes! Alright, now I just need to do that slash roll.
Assault riffle.
5d.
The way you spelled rifle,
It's more-
riffle.
Wait. Oh yeah, it's LE, isn't it?
Damn.
Oh, that's how the British spell it.
Wow. That's a good roll.
Did I do well
You did 1 6.
Yes.
with my 21
That does. Let me just look at his health
and
right
a
now.
6 in there?
Yes, that does. And this is the same round, so he actually dies from this. And as he says, "For my daughter," and as you shoot him, the grenade
Oh, no.
on his nose
yeah. Oh no.
Oh.
explodes. It erupts. It's not a huge explosion, but it is a significant explosion where it fires. Oh, I didn't add. I do have effects for this. The radius is about.
I've just made an orphan. I feel horrible now.
Where's
It's
that
all
poor
right.
girl? Where's that poor
Shadow
girl?
Faith
Kira?
can have a kid.
Holy fuck.
It explodes and flames just go up, and it does take the front of the stage. It doesn't quite hit the band, thankfully, but it knocks some of their equipment back, and they kind of fly back. Their song stops. Some of the folks in the crowd also fly back. There are some casualties from this, and it just it kind of goes silent for a second from this explosion as everybody's ears are kind of ringing. I think all of your ears would also ring from this. Roll me a
No.
let's just roll an endurance check. It's under body skills, everybody. And upstairs from this shake, I want you, Bernard, to roll me a roll me just a athletics to make sure that you stay.
Hi.
1 second, I'm just gonna refresh my roll.
In addition to the endurance,
yes, roll me both of those.
can I strategically fail the athletics?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna roll the endurance first. And that's under body. You said there it is. Okay. We'll see what the dice say. The dice tell the story. All right.
All right, so let's see what everybody rolled here. Okay, so Puma, Terry. Puma and Terry, your ears are ringing from the explosion. Who was that first endurance roll? For some reason, roll 20 is not.
That was me.
That was you.
Mr.
Okay.
Silver got a 14.
Silver, Basis, and Kent, you all are okay. You're taken aback from the explosion, but your ears aren't ringing. And then Basis, what were you doing? You wanted to fail the athletics?
No,
okay.
I was debating using it to get out of the way of being adjacent to a sniper. But I made the roll. So.
And yeah, you keep your you keep up there, and so does actually. Let me just roll real quick. He does as well. The lighting guy. You both kind of maintain your balance as the whole place rattles for a second. And it's at this point you do start hearing sirens. The NCPD is outside, and it is still chaotic. The band gets back up, and they are ready to keep going. And some of the audience is starting to kind of recollect themselves. It's chaos, but people still want to keep going.
What is this, a fire fest? What's going on?
Cyberpunk.
And the Bozos, they are continuing to fight on their turn. But next up is the lighting guy. He is going to attempt to take a shot at ZZ.
You have disadvantage from one of our wonderful people, so that's a thing.
Yes, this is going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, he does not hit.
Yes.
But he begins to move past you, Basis. I think you would get a opportunity attack on him as he's moving past you, and he's ready to jump down onto the stage.
Is that just the weapon? Again?
Yeah, I would roll, once with your weapon.
All right.
See if you hit.
Pew!
Yeah, that'll hit.
Got him.
Woo! Nice.
5d6. Oh my god, so bad.
Okay. He
You got
does.
a 1,
You
2,
got a
3,
six
4.
in there.
I did get 1, 2, 3, 4.
He does. He kind of takes that damage and he shoulders it off. You realize now that this guy looks like he has a lot of armor on him as well. How like he had this like long jacket on that was kind of stylish and it looked like kind of cool and fancy, but he has a lot of cyberware. And you notice on the arm of his cyberware, you see a logo that I'm gonna say you're gonna roll a something education related. Roll me a local expert check. It's under education.
Local expert.
You could use me.
Alright.
I have an 18. Oh. Okay.
Hey, there you go.
Okay,
Okay.
you notice the logo looks very similar to a very infamous corporation, Arasaka.
Oh.
And
They're not allowed in the States.
you notice that on his like cyber arm, as he like. So that gives you the deduction that this guy might be pretty well trained.
So, question. Because of how I get my tech from my Ripper side, through back doors and connections, does it look like it's just Arasaka tech? Or, like, it's just branded?
It does look like it's just Arasaka tech.
Okay.
Yeah, that he got this from something. Yeah.
If I get a chance to talk, I'd radio in. Be like, we got guys in the grid!
Okay, you all hear this. Well, two of you kind of hear it because your ears are ringing. You can't really hear what Basis is saying, but the rest of you who rolled on your endurance, you did hear that. So this guy makes his way down, and he is going to jump. Which thing did I use for him? I thought I had a token for him. I'm gonna throw a token on.
Is he in the? Is he in the hallway, or do we have people in the hallway? Just like.
Yeah, I think he was actually
Stidz.
one of these guys. But oh yeah, no. These are all you guys. You know what? I'm gonna just grab a new token. This. Maybe, if it loads. Where's my Hitman token? We'll just use this guy for now. No, we won't use this guy. Hitman token. We'll use this guy. Okay, so he jumps down onto the stage. He does it pretty well. Some of his cyberware kind of helps him on his feet take the fall damage, and it doesn't really hurt him too much. And he runs, and he is going to get ready to shoot, but that is his turn, which brings us to Terry. You see this guy jump on the stage right in front of you. This guy, you heard Basis say something about there's a guy on the roof or whatever.
Yep. That's all good and well, but the money says protect the band. So Terry is going to chuck a smoke grenade into the middle of the stage, which covers a 10-yard by 10-yard area, which will pretty much incorporate the entire bloody stage.
Okay. So a smoke grenade pops out on the stage. Anybody who's looking at the stage, they can't see anything. They think this is part of the show, and they think it's kind of cool. So like, oh yeah, let's go the smoke. And everybody loses sight on everybody on the stage. Visibility, not great.
And then Terry, as a free action, will say, "Follow me if you want to live."
Okay.
I love that movie.
Roll me just
What?
roll me persuasion to see how much the band will be convinced.
These guys are stupid though. Oh, I'm pretty cool though. Yeah, I'm pretty cool.
Okay. So with that, on the band's turn, the drummer stops, the bassist stops, and the keyboardist stop, and they follow you.
Ooh.
Cool.
But
We're gonna bolt for the roof as soon as I can.
ZZ, he doesn't.
Let him die.
Okay, so they follow you and begin to rush off the stage. The music at this point, it stopped, and people are just kind of like yelling and screaming. They just start chanting again. Lambs, 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 lambs. And he's just like, come on, these people want us. We need to keep going. I don't give a shit anymore. And
Let him die.
okay,
Let him die.
that brings us back to Kent and Puma.
Kent, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure.
This time?
How do I tell my movement speed, or like how far I can move?
I think that your movement speed is good question. Movement. Hold on.
You have
Tracy, are
7
we
moves.
offline?
Are we?
I see us.
Oops.
we
That's
blacked out.
because yes, I
Haha.
went to look this thing up
Yep,
and
I just
I
lost us.
yeah, there we go. We should be back now. Sorry, everybody.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
Chu did it.
Yep, it was my
Yep.
fault. I was asking questions.
Yeah, I have to look up movement because I forget.
Okay. Is 25 feet in my movement realm?
Yes,
Or
I
actually
would say yes, it is.
Oh, wait, you said I had 7. This ruins it. Okay. Kent feeling good, and wanting to get more film. He's gonna move to about mid-stage, and then fire at this clown down here that's harassing this patron.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Your movement is your move times 2 of squares.
Thank you. Move times
wait.
2.
I will look that up later.
So you can move your movement times 2 in yards.
Okay.
Okay, that will hit.
Sweet. 3d8, 10. Boop. Oh!
Get
Oh,
body.
dang.
Yeah.
Get bodied.
better.
Okay. So this clown is... They are critically... They're seriously wounded. They're basically down to their last... He takes... And he looks like he's bloody and bleeding and kind of hunched over from this. He doesn't look like he has much life left in him.
Sweet. Ken looks left at his little orbital thing that's circling around getting film, and he's like, that shot was brought to you by Magitek. Big guns for big people. And he moved like...
Congrats on all your sponsorships, by the way.
Hey, you gotta get the money somehow. You gotta get the money.
Okay. And then that brings us to Puma.
All right. I'm going to take a shot at this one right here,
Okay.
straight in front of me. Sorry. Here we go. 19.
19. That will hit.
All right.
Boom.
What is it? There we go. Not
Ooh.
great. Ooh,
Okay.
that's 2 1s. Shit, that's 2 critical.
Does that... I'm trying to think if that means anything with the damage rolls.
I
I don't think it does.
Maybe it doesn't.
Only if you roll on like
Doesn't
a skill
get past
check.
the armor.
Let's see. It does get past his armor. But he's still up. So he took some damage, but it didn't take a lot of damage. Okay. So that is your turn. Anything else on your turn?
No. Can we start to hear again or not yet?
I would say at this point, yes, the hearing does come back to you.
Okay. How's everyone doing? I just want to check in with everyone as I'm fighting.
Not dead yet.
That's my turn.
Okay. And then Basis, and then Mr. Silver.
The smoke has deteriorated my
Your line of
viewing
sight.
of things.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't see on the stage much anymore.
I know where the guy dropped down though, right?
You did see him drop down on the stage.
I want to try and drop down on him using kind of where he went
Okay.
over as a
Go ahead and roll me athletics.
oh boy. All right.
Okay, yeah, you fall down or you jump down and it kind of strains your knees a little bit, but you don't take damage from the falling, from the jumping down. So your knees are like, a little, but you are covered in smoke at this point. You sense that there may be bodies near you, but it's hard to tell who's where.
Does my med scanner
It
differentiate between people?
It does detect that there are people. You could use some of your medical deductions if you're scanning each body to tell who's who.
Yeah, basically I'm looking for because I feel like I shot the guy twice.
Yes.
Maybe there's some.
You detect the heat on him from the scanner that like you don't detect heat in his arm and his two legs, so you're able to identify that is him because you've already seen what he looks like. You've used kind of your own medical deductions to tell who he is.
Okay. If I can't get to him, I don't know what the penalties are for shooting without line of sight, but
There are
probably-
penalties, yes.
yeah, I'd try to do it. 'Cause
Okay.
if I know kind of where he's at, let's see what happens.
Go ahead and roll.
James, watch your face.
This is how I died in our Cthulhu game. Just shooting people with a shotgun.
These are slugs, though.
That doesn't make it better. That makes it a faster
16.
death.
I'm gonna say a 16 misses.
All right.
You shoot into the speaker and cling! It makes like a loud noise when you shoot into it.
Feedback.
Yeah.
I want to yell into my comms. It's like, we got a professional in here.
Take him down. So I was asking how everyone was doing.
I'm used to taking bullets out of people, not putting them in.
All right, Solos, do your job.
All right. So Silver, you're up.
So, Mr.
Oh.
Silver,
This is torture.
what?
I realize that anyone who meets with meat eyes by your attack must attempt to beat a DV13 resist torture drugs. Anybody who fails suffers the damaged eye critical injury for the next minute. Okay, so you actually, for the smoke grenade, you all should have rolled to see how much it damages your eyes. So let's do that now. Everybody roll, everybody who's on the stage right now, roll a resist torture drugs.
Whoa. Quick question.
Yes.
Those are two different grenades. There's smoke ammunition and there's tear gas
Oh, so
No,
you're
the
using the smoke.
ammunition. The smoke doesn't do any
-4.
damage.
Okay, it's a -4
Yes,
penalty.
that's
Gotcha.
-4.
Okay, I
Yeah,
got scared. I was like, oh shoot. Okay, okay, y'all
I
are
got
good.
scared. Shit. Yeah. There we go.
Okay, so Silver.
Yeah, Silver's gonna pull up. He's actually gonna take that assault rifle like having seen a dude shoot down onto the stage, the smoke go off, he's gonna drop the assault rifle, pull up his smoke mask, and like grab his sidearm, and then I don't know how much of this I'm actually allowed to do, but extends his cyber arm, and all of a sudden a shield just pops out of it, and so he's gonna like charge in to the smoke where he saw this guy going, and main goal is, I mean, like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see anybody. If I see the guy, I'm gonna move towards ZZ's position. If I see the dude that I saw just jump down, I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay. I'm gonna have you make me a roll for this because I like.
I'll allow
this. I'm like trying to think of what the role is though. I think it would be something body or fighting, actually. Maybe fighting. I'm going to say brawling.
Yeah, I was gonna say brawling.
Brawling for this, and to see how you do with the running, charging in with the shield.
Cool. Brawling, not my best fighting skill, but
Okay, not bad.
14
Okay.
doesn't suck.
Mm-mm.
I also want to paint the picture that as I went through the door, Butler is on the other side of the door, as like watching my back, like he's the alarm.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you tell me what my 14 does.
Okay. So you run in and you charge up. You miss the hitman. But you know where he is now. You like go past him. You feel his body next to you. So you said you were running into ZZ or towards ZZ?
Because he's the only one that hadn't started moving towards us.
Correct.
Like, and like I can tell, like certain instruments are still going, like the guitar and the lead singer.
Yes.
So like it's my job to then cover him because Terry seems to have the other three.
Okay, got it. So you run past the hitman, and you know ZZ is nearby you. So you're kind of in his line of sight between him and the hitman. You're able to cover him. So that's essentially what you do with the 14. You aren't able to shoot him just yet, but you have an idea of where ZZ is, where the hitman is. You're in between the two of them.
Great. Thank you.
Okay. And with that, the Bozos are up. So this Bozo who... actually, I'm going to just make a couple of rolls to see how the fighting is going. All right. So there's a lot of carnage. The good thing is it looks like the solos are more winning than the Bozos. But there are some dead solos and there are some dead Bozos. So the Bozo who just got shot by Kent is going to attempt to hit you with a crossbow. He has a crossbow with a painted crossbow. And let's see. How far is he from you? Okay, that actually misses. As he tries to shoot at you, he rolled kind of low. So he misses. The other Bozo who was hit by Puma is also going to try to move toward you. He has a melee weapon. He has an axe. So, oh no. He walks towards you and tries to hit you with a melee weapon. Okay. So let me just look really quick on melee combat rules because I forget how melee weapons work. I have a little cheat sheet.
Okay, good.
ranged combat, melee. Where's melee? Where's melee? I think you have to roll an evasion.
Okay. Here we go. Evasion. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
You are able to dodge as he swings at you, but the rate of fire is 2, so he tries to swing again. And misses. So,
Perfect.
actually, roll me another evasion.
Okay.
But he's probably gonna miss.
14.
Yeah, he misses. So he tries to swing at you twice and misses. That is his turn. And now up to the hitman before Terry. So the hitman is going to try to shoot toward you, Mr. Silver. And you have a shield now for cover, right?
Yep.
So that is probably going to miss. That would be a
Oh, nice.
15 total. So what's the cover on the shield? Does it say?
I've got it. It gives the SP is 10.
The SP is 10.
The
Okay.
stopping power.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
I guess it's all based on the distance.
So he's about... He's probably only like 15 feet from you.
Cause I would be like here-ish, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks like 3 squares,
Yeah.
which would be if they're 5 feet each. Yeah.
So I think it just goes into the shield. I think it takes away all of the stopping power from the shield, though. So the shield might be
Would you
ruined.
roll? Well, you would roll damage for
Oh
that,
yeah,
right?
let me roll.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
So you just. So I pulled out the shield on my arm. It like opened up and just. And then I get shot once, and it's just.
Yeah. But
In the
I mean,
port.
you didn't take a bullet.
it saved
Yeah.
you. And ends
Did its
easy.
job.
So that's his turn. That brings us to Terry next.
That stings. That really stings. That was rude.
Terry's then going to scream, "Watch your face!" and throw the tear gas in the same place where the smoke grenade is.
Oh lordy.
Oh boy.
I got a gas mask.
They're all out.
But,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the people who are in charge of me getting paid are out, so I don't know who's currently in danger.
Wow.
But watch your
Wow.
face. And then I'm going to lead the rest of the crew. You know what? We're going to go into the green room, and then
Okay.
I'll try to barricade us from there.
Okay. So they all follow
So-
you.
And then I was like, 3 of the 4 of the rabbits are in the hole. Missing
Rabbits?
loud rabbit.
Why did you
But-
grab rabbits?
No,
Well, it wasn't
As-
a good
as
joke.
you go
It's
off the
fine. No, it's
stage,
fine.
as you-
Just, it's fine.
As you go off the stage, Terry will pass Butler. Butler's at that stage door now.
This is true. I need a little, a token for the
Need a little
monkey
for the
token?
monkey.
Fight the
You
ape!
got a monkey token?
It's an ape!
I don't have a
And
monkey token.
Terry will just point his assault rifle towards the door. So yeah, now anyone in there has to make those lovely resist.
So you
Okay,
threw
so
a tear
now,
gas grenade at all of us, is what you're saying.
On the
I don't know
stage,
who's
you
in
did
there.
that?
I don't know who's in there.
Yeah, all 3 of us are on, or 4 of us are like. on the
Terry
stage.
did not know this.
Well, he is very unperceptive.
I
Yeah.
got a gas mask. It's
Little
fine.
monkey. Does he have a wrench?
I have a
No, he's a
kobold,
fire.
so that's going to be.
They're pretty much monkeys.
So that is going to be.
But it's an ape!
He's also wearing his gas mask.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so now the tear gas. Yes. So you throw the tear gas. So what's the range on it? It is. Does it say how many yards?
Would it be the same diameter as
So
the
10 by 10, which again is the whole stage. So everybody roll a resist torture.
That's on stage, correct?
That's on stage, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it.
So the ZZ will roll one.
Kent does not do well with torture.
The Hitman and ZZ are fine.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna roll it, but then I also think I get to
Basis
have
is
a
good.
bonus because of this, right?
Potentially? Oh, yeah, you're fine.
Oh, baby.
So
Ooh.
everybody surprisingly is fine despite this. What about the monkey?
The monkey's at
It's an
4.
Okay, the monkey actually is probably fine. All right. So, surprisingly, everybody's fine from this tear gas. It bothers you a little bit. It kind of stings, but you're able to maintain your composure from the tear gas on the stage, including our singer and our hitman. So that is Terry's turn. It brings us back to Kent and Puma.
Go for it, Puma.
All right. As I'm dodging once, dodging twice, I'm gonna grab his shoulder, take my pistol, and just put it right to his gut.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
All right. 19.
Oh, that's
That'll hit.
boom, boom.
Oh, sorry. 15 with a 6.
Yeah.
As you shoot right into his gut, like hit the honk, like it goes and it's sad.
As
and
he goes down, I'm gonna grab the honker.
you grab the
the
honker.
nose.
Yeah, you grab his nose, his honking nose,
Star
and
Wars.
and he slumps over, bleeding, dead in front of you.
I go, I got one. Do any of you got one? Because I got one.
Yeah, I got one a while ago. Remember that explosion?
Perfect. There was so many explosions and my ears hurt like a mother.
Okay.
Kent's just
and-
like, woo! He's gonna slowly walk up to this guy right here. So he auto-help your movement. So he's gonna get right up to here. He's gonna get this nice close-up, lean in. He's gonna go. Any last words, Bozo?
Yeah, you want to hear a joke?
I would love to.
You and he and he just like laughs maniacally.
Wow, that is hurtful.
And he just laughs.
If I wasn't on drugs right now,
Gonna
I
need-
would think of something better and go boom.
I need to take some psychic damage on that one.
He yeah, you hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Sweet.
15.
Ooh, there you go.
So yeah, he's definitely dead. He had like 3 hit points. So
Sweet.
he also slumps over, and like the little honker on his nose also loses its sound as he dies. And
Pick it up. We can have matching honkers.
Basis,
Already got it. He puts it on.
Basis and Mr. Silver, you are up.
I'm still searching for the hitman dude
Okay.
using the bioscanner or med scanner or whatever it's called.
So just roll me a perception.
I will do it if I see it. There it is. Oh no!
What you get? Oh,
You
wow.
are not able to make out.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I
that
shoot.
sucks.
I shoot wildly in the direction of where he was.
Ooh.
Okay, go ahead and roll. It'll be a -4 penalty. 16, 12.
6 yards would be what? 18.
DV is 13, 12. So you would miss. Because with a 12. So it's just one shot with that, or do you shoot twice? Okay.
Yeah, it's just one.
Yeah, that would be kind of crazy. Okay, and so Mr. Silver.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn on this guy who just essentially blew off my pistol here, or my shield, and I've got the pistol off, so I'm just gonna fire into him.
Okay.
Hopefully, 19.
That'll hit.
Nice.
Boom. And so a very heavy pistol is 4d6. So we're gonna roll 4d6. Put both of the L's in roll so that it works. All right, 14.
14. Okay.
2,
This.
3, 4, 5.
Let me just see really quick. So he is now seriously wounded. He does not look good, if you could see him. But he's still up.
And yeah, I'm just gonna keep like positioning. I'm gonna make sure that I'm moving just, to be perfectly in, it's weird with the squares, but like I'm just that perfect in between spot. He has to literally shoot through me to get to
And it's
the guy I was paid to protect.
at this point the smoke starts to dissipate, and there is some line of sight. You all are able to now kind of start to see him. You see ZZ still up there. He looks pretty, like, he looks a little flustered, but it's almost like he's like has this adrenaline where he's kind of taking all of this in. But he's still up, and it's at this time that the NCPD starts rolling in. You see coming through the entrance the police actually doing their jobs, and they finally come in and they start taking out some of the bozos, starting to detain some of them. You all have taken out a good chunk of these bozos alongside these solos, so it starts to kind of dissipate, and the chaos kind of slowly begins to fade now that the cops are here. And
Kent's gonna take off the bozo nose he put on a little bit ago. Yes, so he doesn't get shot.
Oh, good point.
And now, let me just do a music change. What do I want to do now? Okay. So that brings us to ZZ. He looks at this hitman and he's like, all right, who is it? Who hired you? Who did it? Because there's no way our lighting guy just was part of this bozo expedition. Who did it? The hitman doesn't say anything. He's been silent this entire time. The crowd is kind of watching this, as there is no real music playing anymore. But that's about it. We go back to the top of the round. Kent and Puma.
Go ahead, Shu, your turn.
Kent's just gonna like throw his hands up, like have his gun drop down because the police are here.
Yeah.
And just go woo. He's gonna get on the mic and he's gonna go, Puma, I am pretty sad though. That joke made a mean joke. That clown made a mean joke about me.
So shooting them in the head.
I did.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yes,
is
go
there
ahead.
really anything to do?
Yeah, so the police, they start to come and they know that you are, they do come up to you, Puma, and they are going to question you and ask questions about what you've seen. and ask if there's, any information that you have for them.
No, it's just a bunch of clowns shooting up in the concert. I mean, that's not fair to the band. So take all of those assholes out of here. They don't belong here.
Meanwhile, the police are like so busy down with the Bozos and all the chaos on the main floor that they don't even truly notice what's happening on the stage with this hitman. But that does bring us to Basis and Mr. Silver. You all see that this guy is wounded. He doesn't look good, but he's still up. And you have a choice. Do you want to finish him off, or do you want to try to capture him?
Can I air hypo him with an anesthesia?
You can.
Yeah, I just want to put him out.
Go ahead and roll a first aid just to see. It's a low DV, but just to see how it... Yeah, okay. You are a professional, so you are able to...
You get an artery, good sir.
Right into the jugular.
Damn.
That dude is out.
You shot him in the heart.
Yeah.
So he kind of mellows out at this when you air hypo him. So he's stable, but he's mellow and he doesn't do anything. He doesn't really react to this. Mr. Silver, is there anything that you want to do? Now that you see Basis has kind of stabilized this hitman who was critically or seriously wounded, and he doesn't seem he just kind of seems out of it now.
Yeah, so I think I didn't think this is how I was going to use this, but so you see Mr. Silver, like the cops are there, so it's like, okay, we're clearly detaining. He holsters his pistol, and you see him like push a button at his wrist and pull his hand off, and there's 30 feet of cabling underneath that he just uses to wrap up this dude.
Okay.
And then he takes his own hand and it grabs back onto his wrist. So he's got a grappling hook hand attachment.
Okay.
That what he's going to do is use that cable and tie this dude up.
All right. I'm just gonna have you roll again low DV because this is pretty you're pretty good at this. I'm going to just have you roll a just roll me an athletics to see how well you do this.
All right. It's not the highest number,
Underbody.
but here we go.
Okay.
Hey!
Yeah. You are able to very seamlessly tie this guy up, and he is now detained. He's restrained, and he's a little out of it from the air hypo. He's not super responsive. He's stable, but yeah, that's he's all wrapped up. ZZ just kind of looks down at him. He walks past the two of you, and he grabs the guy's chin, and he's like, "Go ahead, tell us who it is." And the guy just does not respond.
Would if I've already used my action, that's cool. Would I be able to interrogate him as well on my turn?
I say yes. I would say at this point we're out of combat because there's no real danger anymore. So you can go ahead and interrogate him.
Look, bloke, clearly you're not getting paid, so let's at least see if I can get a little bit of a bonus here, all right? Why don't you tell us who paid you, why, and how much? Maybe I can go work for them if, they pay well. But in the moment,
Go ahead
not as
and
good as it could have been.
roll a either persuasion,
Interrogation, right?
persuasion or interrogation. Interrogation
I rolled
actually
interrogation.
is better. Yeah.
It was an 18.
This guy, he says, if I tell you anything, we'll all be dead. And
Is that like an implant reason? Like you say a code phrase and it's a kaboom?
you got that right.
Oh, wow.
I'll be gone. We'll all be gone.
Could you write it down?
sign language.
Well, you have me tied up, so I can't say anything. Or can't write anything.
Could you say it in German? Because I speak German. And maybe the phrase doesn't translate to all languages.
He doesn't say anything to this.
I'm just oh,
He's
right.
like, wow,
I tried to use
somebody...
before.
And ZZ is like eating this up. He's like, somebody really wants me dead, that they would play something in your brain. And you
Out
would
of curiosity, blink twice. Was it Kronos?
die. Roll me a persuasion on this one.
17.
He doesn't blink at all. But you're not sure.
Does he stiffen up?
He does.
he, like-
He does. You notice that there is something, but he doesn't say anything. That's all. I'll say to
Just
that.
being the person who was back there hearing like this entire conversation. I'm like, well, that's very interesting. Barry?
It's at this time.
I turned to Jared's character. It's not very basis.
It's at this time.
Oh, you talking to me?
Things begin calming down again at the bar. The bozos who are alive are detained. The bodies are beginning to be pulled out. Some trauma team is beginning to show up. And backstage, the band is looking okay. But coming back is Kronos. And he comes back. Where's Puma?
I'm right here.
It's not a
Sorry.
Puma.
And I scurry. I hurry up
Well,
to the front.
it looks like you did it. You protected the band. And you will be paid.
Perfect. See, we all did it. Good job, everyone.
I just picture Kent is in the back because this drug is like 10 hours long, or it's like 1d10, so it's like hair's going all colorful, just in the
The
back.
only thing is, it looks a little. It doesn't really look good that a hitman came in here and tried to take out ZZ Destroyer. Doesn't really look good for a group that, that suddenly this hitman just showed up.
You want us to investigate or do another job? Sorry, Nathan.
No, you're good.
Yes, Mr.
Good
Silver,
question.
go ahead.
Well, I was just wondering if, I was gonna ask Tracy if, did the cops come up on stage, apprehend the hitman? Is that still on me? What has happened with that?
They, at this point, yes, I would say they come on stage and begin to apprehend the hitman.
Can I jack into his cyber and
Ooh.
see if I can pull data or at least where it was installed, or recognize a Ripper Doc signature or something?
You can. It's gonna be tough because you're not a net runner, but you do have some skill in that. So I am going to have you roll a. Where is it? Is there an interface
Cyber?
roll?
There's a cyber tech.
I'm gonna have you roll cyber tech. Yeah, I think that'll work.
All right. How's my luck work? How do I use that?
You can announce it beforehand and just use. We'll just add. If you say I use 3 luck, we'll just add 3 to your roll.
Use it all. Use it all.
Sorry about luck.
I'll use 5 luck
Okay.
because reasons.
Okay.
Yes, 26.
Yes.
Okay.
That'd
So
be pretty
you, You are able to the NCPD kind of are like, sir, but they put up a little bit of a resistance to you doing this, but they don't actually care that much, so they let you do it. But they try to just do the whole 9 dance, like, oh, sir, you can't do that, but they let you do it. And you jack into his cyber port, into his port, basically. It sounds a little weird.
Let me get that mattress, Nathan.
And is there anything in particular you're looking for, or are you just trying to get a general?
Either I want to see if I can dig out the block that's there, or figure out where his work was done or who paid for his work.
Okay.
Like, or there's like a Ripper Doc signature, kind of like they use a certain stitch, or
because you're a med tech, I'm gonna say you do get information on where he got some of his gear and some of his cyberware, and it does trace back to the Ripper Doc here at the Forlorn Hope. And from what you know, just roll me again a local expert check just to see what you know.
Some knowledge.
Okay. You know that this Needles, the Ripper Doc, he does have. He has previously been employed by a company that also has traces back to Tyrell Records. So there is some link between this cyberware and the record label that this band is part of.
Okay. As like I unjack and let the cops kind of do their thing, I want to go over to Silver. Like his work was done here by Needles, the in-house, who has taken contracts with the record label before. So do it that way.
Yeah. As he says this, and I'm kind of like pushing the buttons to retract my grappling hook hand, and I get that back. I like go over to the bar and grab a napkin, and like scrawl out like it was Kronos, and then I want to be like, "Hey, bassist, watch this." I'm gonna walk back into the room and just be like, I don't know what's happening here, but y'all looks like your boss might have hired a hitman. And then I just like put the napkin down that says it was Kronos.
To the other band members, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They look at this and they look puzzled at first by all of this as they're processing it all. But then they look at each other and they are like, we knew that this was going to happen. And they look at Mr. Silver and they say, but we can't do anything. This guy, he'll ruin all of us if we try to.
The business exec, do they have any visible cybernetics?
He does, actually. His hand.
His hand.
He has just his hand, not his full arm, but his hand is robotic.
Terry will look at ZZ. Remember that card I gave you? Do you want me to make sure you don't get shot?
Well, you've done a good job at that already, so.
Yeah. Okay. Terry's gonna pull out his microwaver and point it at the exec. And he
Whoa.
goes, okay, so this
Whoa,
is
whoa,
what's
whoa,
gonna
whoa,
happen.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
I don't really care if you wanted to kill the singer or not. He's an idiot. You're gonna give us our money. You're gonna give us more jobs, or I can make sure that you don't have to worry about getting any more jobs.
Whoa. You know, look, I can make sure you don't get any more jobs either. You know that, right?
Can't do that if you're dead.
And then Kent steps up. And he's gonna go. Well, I mean, what also would be bad is if this information were to get leaked to an outside source that's credible enough to send this globally. And who do we know that has a large media reach? Oh yeah, it's me.
Just point at the camera.
Oh, Ron, you.
Look, we just wanted the sales, all right? You know, when the lead singer dies, when somebody dies in a band, that always gets people all talking about it and listening to them more. And honestly, this group, they're nothing like they were in 2020. So this was gonna help all of you.
Mate.
They're 70 years old.
So
What do you want from them?
So this is what I say happens from here. You're gonna give us $3,500 each, $2,000 as originally requested, another $500 because we actually did our jobs, and $1,000 to keep our mouth shut. You did pretty good tonight. You got it.
Roll me, again, low DV, but just roll me a bribery.
I have some in. Oh, you green!
We rich, baby. He's gonna be like,
I'm
take
gonna buy
five.
so much
Take
drugs.
5,000. Way to go.
Shadow Fade has already spent it on cocaine.
All right, fine. But I know you, and he looks to Kent. I know that you have your connections. I know that all of this could go badly. Sure, you can get your money. Keep quiet. But just, you better watch your backs in the future. That's all.
Just remember, Mr. Kronos, I know where you live. I've been there a couple times. Just saying.
With him,
So you better watch your back, too. I get with everyone. You kidding me? That's how you make money more.
Puma. I thought we had a thing.
We all have a thing. I love you all. I love everyone.
Breaking news, N54.
And with that, you all get a notification on your agents that you got to deposit into your various bank accounts for 35. What was it? 3,500. 3,500.
$3,500.
3,500 euro bucks.
Yeah, that one.
Eddies.
And
Wait, did I get 7,000 because the monkey helped?
No.
No.
no. Everybody,
For
no,
the
no,
shot.
no. And you all do successfully keep the band safe.
Yay!
And ZZ does end up leaving and starting his own solo thing at a group organization called Legacy Records. He moves on to a different label. You all get a little more reputation. The Solo Bar all honor you as heroes of this bar. And every time you go in, you get free drinks from Marianne, and you're a little bit more well-known among the people of Night City with a successful job done.
Yay.
Congratulations, everybody.
We did it.
I just picture
Yay.
like, man, that guy who locked the girl on the roof, did a bunch of drugs and killed clowns. Respect.
Oh my gosh.
Don't forget Made Orphans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made an orphan, that little girl.
One
Does anybody
singular orphan
does
that we know of.
anybody you just
I can't wait for the arc of that girl coming
Oh,
back
yeah.
to kill us
yeah,
all.
that's the next
No.
part 2 is she comes back as a with a vendetta for your crew.
Come on, yeah, she was
She's
scouting
like-
the place.
she's
was
gonna
probably
be
not
like-
even a fan.
She's gonna be like Harley Quinn, like the kind of style, like absolutely. Since they were all bozos, she's gonna be like Harley Quinn.
Hello,
I'm making that a
Mr.
new
J.
character. Yeah, I'm making that character now. I actually really like that idea.
Hello, Mr. Fade.
Too bad we don't know which of us took that final shot. I mean, it was all of us together who killed that.
Yeah.
No, I
So
only
weird.
shot at the.
No, it was definitely
No,
Hitman.
not me.
we saw that.
So weird. So weird.
I shot the first guy.
Yeah.
There were a lot of SMG bullets in there.
I thought
That guy.
I'm pretty sure I shot him.
No, I don't have an SMG, so that's on
Yeah,
you.
so I'm saying it's Kent's fault.
Ah.
Mm.
Oh, my
It was
gosh.
Militek's fault. Militek. Big guns
Spot-
for big people.
I love the little sponsor spots. Those are so
Yeah.
good. 10 out of 10. Amazing work.
Thank
You all did great. Thank you to this amazing crew. Chat. Everybody who's in chat. There was actually a lot of
Yay.
people. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching.
It was the monkey.
Cyberpunk is always so much fun, even though I always get flustered by the rules. As you can see, I'm like, oh, does it hit? Oh, I don't know. So that's as more experience comes, we'll get better at that. But other than that, it was fun. So I thank you to these awesome players for actually really having very entertaining characters and doing a great job. So very, very
Thank you,
quickly,
Tracy.
very
You
quickly.
say that like we weren't gonna have entertaining characters.
Yeah.
I know, I did say that. I was like,
True.
actually entertaining. No.
I had a chimp.
Oh.
I did love that. Very quickly, I'll run down the line. Just very quickly, tell us where people can find you on the internets, and then we'll call it a night. So I will start with Jared.
No, you start with James.
We'll start at the bottom. So we'll go. I'll work our way up. Let's start with Nathan.
Hello, I am Nathan Ondrasek. You can find me at Nondrasek. It's hard to spell. As was at the
Just
top
put
of
it
the
in
show.
chat.
You could just
Put
try
it
and
in chat.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Wait. Hold up. I'll put it in chat for you. That's where I am on all the social medias. And again, Swagbucks Live. It's a fun app. Download that. You can see me hosting there as well.
And James.
Oh, yes,
It
it's
was
me.
quick.
Sorry. Yes, I should have known.
Yes.
Hi, my name is James Chu. You can find me at ChewBear20, ChewBear20 on most of the socials. That's about it. Thank you so much. I had a really great time, Tracy.
Yay. And Diana.
Hi, I'm Diana Restrepo. You can find me on the socials at DianaRest3. And yeah, I'm pretty much on different networks doing different things. So follow me there, and then you'll see what I'm doing.
And Lamar.
Top of the morning to you, lads, lasses, and lads. My name is Lamar the Con Guy. LAI is the Con Guy. Instagram, Twitter, or Linktree, linktr.ee/Lamar the Con Guy. Find me on every. Find me. You'll find
Google.
Spit in a direction. You'll find me.
And then
Did you get hit?
Yes.
and Jared.
I'm Jared. You can find me on most socials at Jared Hoy. Here on Twitch, it's The Real Gobshite. SHIGHT. You can also find me over on the DAT Network if TTRPGs are your thing.
Me
Yeah,
too.
you can find all of us
actually.
on the
All
DAT
of
network.
us.
All of us
So
over
yes,
there.
all
by
of
the
us
way,
on the
yes,
DAT
follow the DAT
network.
network. We all play on that sometimes. If I'm not on Magitek, I'm probably on the DAT network. So please follow the DAT network as well. And until next time, as we'll probably be playing together more in the future, all of us, we will see you all sometime soon in the future. Thank you again, everybody, for watching our Cyberpunk game. See ya.
Bye, Chooms.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye, Chew. Skittles Eddie.